Carol Alt introducing me on that infamous day when I announced my candidacy for governor of New York, Robin.
Are you out of the race now?
I'm in the race to stay. I'm in the race to stay. As long as I don't have to talk about my finances. Provided the Libertarian Party can come up with 15,000 signatures.
That's iffy.
Seems to be iffy. Thank you.
You have the wrong glasses on.
I know.
Thought I'd tell you that right up front this morning.
I'm too tired to go get them.
They're not here.
All right. Let me take a break, Robin. I'll go get the right glasses on. You're right. In fact, I'm blinded by the light this morning.
Yes, so. Much too bright for you to be wearing those glasses.
I don't know what happened. The lighting guy came in to fix everything, and now...
Nobody can fix.
Now we have these huge bright lights right in our faces.
You fixed it.
Yeah. I can't see.
We won't be able to tell what everything looks like.
I'll tell you about Fred's bachelor party number 2.
Oh, no. I forgot.
Back. Fred, you feeling all right?
I'm walking today.
Your poor Fred fell again.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Small.
It was crazy. I thought he was joking at first. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he ended up in the hospital again.
Stop.
No, I'm just kidding. All right, let me take a break. I'll tell you everything that went on and then some, and then we'll take some phone calls and begin this wonderful show right after these words.
He's helped all the homeless people. Talking on the radio. He brought the rich people's attention to us.
Election 94 on the Howard Stern Show.
I'm the only one who's done anything for the homeless. The guy's right.
I wonder how you did that and what happened as a result.
Things got better.
Oh.
I changed things by talking about the homeless. The rich people noticed them.
I still see homeless people. I don't know.
Yeah, but they're not as poor as they used to be.
Is
The rich,
that right?
rich are giving them money. Thanks to me. My accomplishments are many, Robin. People don't realize.
You are such a busy man. I don't know how you accomplish all the things you do.
Brain power. I'm able to do a lot in a little amount of time.
Very good.
With minimal effort.
You are a role model.
Right. I am. I'm a great role model. All weekend I was feeding Africa. I went over to Rwanda to feed these anorexic kids.
You mean you left Fred's bachelor party?
Yeah, early.
And went to Africa?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right after the bachelor party, I brought some strippers with me. They entertained the Rwandans.
You are such a giving human being.
Yeah. It's so hot in here.
Well, you've been to Africa. I couldn't be any hotter than that.
It is like Africa. Oh. I keep screaming about this one light above me, but I can't get somebody to run in.
I think that's a crucial light.
I don't even care.
And they can't do anything about that.
All right. But you don't understand. I can't do a whole show with a light glaring in my face.
I do it. Why can't you?
Yeah, well, you're different. You're more professional.
I've been blind for weeks now.
I'm feeling particularly drained this morning.
Well, it's Monday. Good. Good way to start off the week.
Yeah. I should be dead by Friday. I'll tell you, OJ's fine, and I'm frying in here. There's something wrong about it. OJ's having a better time in jail than I am in my studio.
OJ's got a smile on his face.
Yeah. OJ.
Did you hear about that mystery witness?
Yeah. a criminal?
Yeah.
Yeah, some mystery witness. Then they found blood in the drain pipe of OJ's shower, but...
Well, you know, the defense keeps coming up with these things, but they keep finding blood. You know, every time you turn around, there's more blood.
I know. There's blood all over OJ's house, but they can't find enough blood to test it. Here's Scott, the new Scott from the E-Network. There's a couple of different Scotts. He's the new... What's your title now, Scott?
Supervising producer.
He's the supervisory
How
producer.
many people does it take to put on this?
I don't know. I thought it would be simple. All we have to do is sit here and do the radio show, and they just videotape it. But we've got like 97 guys back there working on it.
That's 5,000 producers alone.
Hey, you know what we should show on the TV show tonight? You should show the little room where the TV show...
It's quite an impressive little room.
Yeah, there's about 500 guys stuffed into one little tiny closet.
Around a little TV screen.
We have no room in this whole building for anything. It's just a joke.
So you saw your shot on Friday. You liked how it looked, right? The way the lighting was on you. That's the problem with this light is that we need to have white light on you
What am I supposed to do? Look at it. It's like right in my eyes.
Yeah.
I'm squinting all over the place.
Why does he have to have white light as opposed to some other color?
It's the flesh tone thing. We had gels on you before, colors on you before. And
But I don't look as beautiful.
Exactly.
You need white light, Howard.
Yeah, so do you.
Yes.
That's why you have a white light in your face. It soaks up my ugliness.
I didn't want to say that.
Is that right? The white light is right in my white face. I can't see anything. Well, I don't know what to say.
Having one of those near-death experiences. You see the light. Go into
but
it.
this is, I mean, after 4 hours of staring into this light, I might be blind, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't see how I can do a show like this.
Even with your shades on, it's too bright.
We dropped it down a little bit a couple minutes ago.
Did you? I mean, can't they just tilt it? Can't they tilt it off or something? Or
yeah, well, then it wouldn't be on you.
oh, well, that's a good point.
Yeah, thanks.
And what about the stink in here? It smells.
They've promised me these gels will stop doing that after another day or two.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's moisture in the gels.
It burns off.
Come on, it burns off.
They should have burned them all weekend, so it would have been burnt off by Monday.
Yeah, well, that's a thought. Yeah, didn't think of that.
Yeah, well, find time to come up with that idea.
How come I think of all this stuff and nobody else does? All right.
So during the break, why don't you come on and take a look, see if you like how it looks.
Oh, I'm sure I like how it looks. All right, let me see how it looks. Maybe I won't like the way it looks, and then we can turn the white light off.
Turn it off.
All right, good. All right, thanks, Scott.
All right, thanks.
That's Scott from the E! Network, our television affiliate.
What is he? The
Supervising
producer.
Yeah, he's the guy they brought in so that when I yell about stuff, he'll make sure everybody else knows about it.
That's his job?
Well, what was happening before is I have to pick up the phone and yell at 7 different people.
Oh, okay. So now he's quarter. You yell at him, and it's like yelling at all those other people.
Right. Plus, he's good. He takes care of stuff. All those people employed around this show. Isn't this cable? You're supposed to have like 2 people working it.
How do they make any money? I look back there at that crew and I say, no wonder they have no money.
They don't. I was talking to Fran from the E! Network. She goes, I got to at some point make some money with this show. I said, well, that ain't part of the deal. That's your problem. It's hot in here. It's getting hotter every second.
You know what this show is like now? You remember those bands like Chicago that used to have 5,000 people in them, and you'd wonder, now they don't make any money. You know, they got hit records, but they don't have any money.
I know.
That's what this show has become.
Well, E stands for expensive. Well, the whole idea of doing this show was that it wouldn't cost a lot of money because you come in and the radio show's here already. All you got to do is put a couple of cameras on it. It just never works out that way. Because we keep bringing in more and more equipment.
Have to have air conditioning.
Yeah.
Little things.
Yeah, I mean, it's just unbelievable. What is it, Baba Booey?
I was going to say, if you want, Captain Janks is here.
I can't believe a grown man, his name is Baba Booey.
Well,
and he's going to be a father.
Yeah.
Not what I go by.
Baba Booey.
Was my idea.
Baba Booey. Fooey.
Booey.
People say to me, is Baba Booey really having a baby?
I know, they can't believe he's having a baby.
Well, when you say, if you were to say, is Gary really having a baby, it doesn't sound nearly as insane.
Sure it does.
Captain Janks is here with the phone call that he made to Ed McMahon. It is the cringe factor on this is so high, it's off the meter.
Really?
Oh, why don't you bring him in?
It's so scary.
Here's Captain Janks, the guy who, of course, is so proud of himself. He's the one who started making all the phony phone calls to various television shows, mentioning the name Howard Stern, Fafa Fooey, Robin Quivers, all these different names.
And you will give him credit for starting the whole craze.
Yeah, I think he started it. There he is, Captain Janks. You get shorter each time I see you.
Doesn't he?
Good morning, everyone.
He's almost like a dwarf.
And he keeps trying to grow his hair higher. Like, that'll give him height.
Yeah, he made like this real big pompadour. How tall are you, Captain Janks?
About 5'3", Howard. 5'4".
So you're about 5 feet.
Yeah, so if I grow my hair a little longer on the top, I appear taller.
He's grown a huge pompadour so that he looks taller. Do you wear lifts in your shoes?
No, I don't, Howard. No. I do have a pair of shoes that have extra high heels, but I don't wear them that much anymore.
Really?
No. It's a 70s thing.
Right.
Got to keep in style.
So you got that Elvis hairdo now.
Yes, I do, Howard.
It's Elvis is a leprechaun. You are almost a midget. Seriously. Look at your arms. You're almost dwarf-like.
I'm sorry to get a receding hairline, so I grew it long in the top so I didn't go bald by accident.
Oh, is that right? And look at his fingers too. They're starting to look like
they stumpy?
little stumpy hands. Like, well, you know, hey, Captain Janks is a tiny guy.
Yes.
And in order to prove himself as a man, he had to take on the establishment, and he did with his phony phone calls.
That's right. He's a big man on the phone.
That's right. He's a big man. He's 6'5".
6 foot tall on the phone, Howard.
6'5" on the phone when he makes various calls to Ed McMahon. This is some phone call you made. This is one of your. I hadn't heard from you in a while, and this is one of those that keeps Captain Janks in the forefront of phony phone call
making. He only appears occasionally, but when he does, it's a blockbuster.
He doesn't waste our time with bad phone calls.
Yes. I try to get the celebrities' opinions of you, Howard.
Now, not only do you call into the Today Show, but you call in as Jim Carrey. Am I correct?
Yes. Did you hear about that?
Now, well, I've heard about the call. I haven't heard the actual call. What happened that you passed yourself off as Jim Carrey?
Well, you know, Jim Carrey was on the show the other day, and so I knew a little bit about him from your interview from him about his manager and everything, so I disguised myself as Dennis Miller's brother, who is his manager.
Right.
And I phoned up and I said, well, you know, Ed McMahon actually knows James Carrey because James Carrey was on Star Search, and I told them that I'd lost to a comedian on Star Search before.
Right.
And I told him it was Steve-O, the guy that Jackie lost to when he was on Star Search. So this one's for you, Jackie.
So you started, you know, it's amazing. Who knows what Captain Janks just said, but yet at Today's Show, they put him right through.
It's very hard to explain. Because
the Today Show got very excited that Jim Carrey was on the phone because he's a big star now.
Yes.
Now, is this live on the air?
Yes, this was live. There was no delay when I called. I made sure that happened. I had all forms of tape going on my answer machine, on the TV, just to make sure I got it.
So Ed McMahon is on, and you say, hey, Jim Carrey wants to call in and thank Ed McMahon for having him on Star Search?
Yes.
All right.
Even though he lost. All
right. Here we go.
Jim Carrey was never on Star Search, Howard. I don't know
I didn't
that.
think so.
No, I just
Well, I don't think the Today Show research staff would know that.
And certainly Ed wouldn't.
They were just probably happy at the Today Show that Jim Carrey was calling in. It was like a nice moment.
It's funny how Ed pretends that he recognizes my voice.
Oh, okay.
That's the best part.
Okay.
Miller's doing okay.
Yeah. Somebody else who's doing okay, Ed, is on the phone with us right now. As a matter of fact, we were talking about him a second ago. He called in. I believe he was a Star Search loser. Is my caller here?
Yeah, hi. How you doing?
Losers. Jim.
Hi, Ed.
How are you?
How you doing, Matt?
I'm fine, Jim. How are you?
Do you believe this guy, what's happening to him?
You actually lost on Star Search?
I lost.
Well, you don't lose. He was in competition and someone else exceeded his performance. How's that?
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
What did you do on the show, Jim?
Well, I did a comedy routine. Hey, Ed?
Yes.
Howard Stern says you're a fat pig. Is that true?
No. That's what he thinks about himself.
Well, you're a fat pig.
Yeah, okay.
Apparently that's not Jim Carrey, and we apologize for that.
All right. I knew that was going to happen. It's okay.
That is apparently an imposter, and every once in a while that happens again. We apologize for that.
The thing about that that's great, they know they're an imposter. They know how dumb that was.
I can't understand.
They carry that to their grave.
They love that.
You're going to carry that to your grave.
Carrying it to the grave.
The host was Matt Lauer.
Yes.
So he's very familiar with me because I used to phone him up all the time when he was on Channel 9.
Right.
So he's very aware of me.
Right. So another word, you kind of sounded like Jim Carrey.
Yes, I did. I did my best
I've been
anyway.
fooled.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I taped the appearance that he did on here and learned his mannerisms and the way he talked.
You truly are a professional at this. This is why
Captain Janks can't just pick up a phone.
Yeah.
He first has to develop a character.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It must be done.
Of course, that's why.
Take it to new levels, actually.
That's why I think Atlantic Records discovered you and is putting out your album. When is that coming out?
That's going to be out probably towards the end of the year, Howard. Probably towards October. We're going through last-minute problems and stuff with it, with getting release signatures and everything.
I see.
But it will be out probably towards the end of the year, September or October. Look for it.
Well, you're very well thought out. A well-thought-out imbecile, right? Is what I am and is what you are. Unbelievable. Ed McMahon, oh, man. And then when he says, Howard Stern says you're a big fat pig, he goes, well, I know he says that.
That's what he said.
He's still talking to Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
You would have seen his face, Howard. I've never seen the reaction on Ed McMahon's face. He was spitting fire, Howard.
I also heard that they put up a big picture of Jim Carrey.
Yes, big picture from live from Los Angeles underneath.
Jim Carrey. Hey, Jim Carrey's new movie, The Mask, was the biggest grossing movie of the weekend. What was it, $25 million?
$23 million.
$23 million, Captain Janks. You must be very proud.
Yes.
Since you are a Jim Carrey impersonator.
Yeah, so I wonder if he knows about it, Howard. Do you think he knows about that?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, it got back to him.
Yeah,
Sure.
of course. You know, he's not that busy.
At least Ed McMahon and Jerry Lewis will have something to talk about the telethon this year.
That's right. They've both been scammed by you.
Right. Yeah.
All right, wasn't there something you wanted to promote real quick?
Yes, I'm going. I'm actually going to be moving out to Rochester for a couple months, Howard. And
why is that?
Because I'm going on Rocket 95, the radio station out there. I want to work. They're going to work me into an air shift and.
Wait. Hold, stop for a second. You're going up to Rochester. You're going to become a disc jockey on Rocket 95?
Yes.
Well, they finally figured out that you're stupid enough to be on the radio.
Right. You finally reached the lowest level. Now, what will you be doing? A disc jockey show?
Well, it's basically I'm going to be playing music. I'm not trying to do you, Howard.
Oh,
just playing music.
That would be impossible.
Yes.
So you're going to play some music, and what time will you be on?
Probably wee small hours of the evening, Howard, but it's a start, and
All
I
right.
can get some, experience and everything.
And
Plus,
you quit your other job?
Well, actually, I got fired, Howard.
Oh, you
Really?
did? Why?
Yeah. Well, getting in the paper like this sometimes can be very embarrassing for someone, and when people know that I did it, or they know me from work, then I guess the management wasn't too happy with me, Howard.
Really?
Yes.
What were you doing again? I forget.
I was working for a toilet seat company, Howard.
A toilet seat company, and they were embarrassed by you.
Yes.
You were working for a toilet seat company.
What did he do for that?
They manufactured toilet seats and plungers. And
you can't even
like
say
that.
Toilet seats.
Yeah.
But what did you do there?
We casted them, and then we scraped off the stuff on the rims on the outside from the mold.
You're the guy who scrapes off the rims of toilet seats?
I was the guy.
You lost that job?
I make phony phone calls.
And they were embarrassed because you were in the newspaper?
Yes. Well, I would get in the newspaper for scams or hoaxes or something like that, and they would feel that it made them look bad. In other words.
Yeah, something was wrong with their toilet seats.
Yes.
They had Captain Janks working for
I mean, I know Captain Janks, and he calls in all the time. I had no idea all these years that he worked for a toilet seat company, so why would somebody care?
Yeah.
Maybe you just were crummy on the job, and they used it as an excuse.
Well, I was there every day, Howard, hungover. Nonetheless, I was there every day on time.
Working hard.
How did you do that job badly, Howard?
Yeah. I don't know. Imagine getting fired from scraping off toilet seats. So
I am very embarrassed.
When you got the record contract, you didn't start like sort of being lazy and not showing up for work. And
oh no. Well, as you see, I still call the talk shows. This is the main thing. I told
I'm saying you didn't get lazy at your job, at the toilet seat.
Oh no, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. I used them more than I made them for sure, but
Captain Janks now trying to get that break into show business full time.
From toilet seat scraper to DJ.
Yeah. When I found Gary, his job was sucking on urinal cakes. So it's not that much different, man. You get the same experience. All right, Captain
All
Janks.
roads lead to radio, apparently.
So you're going up to Rochester, and what did you want to plug?
Well, I'm going to be up in Rochester, and I'm actually going to be, it's going to be like the zookeeper all over again, because I have a zookeeper in Rochester who needs a little putting into place, and I'm going to see if I can take care of that for you, Howard.
Very good. So you have nothing to promote? I thought you had something to plug.
Oh, no. I just wanted to play the Ed McMahon call, and I'm not going to be here for a while, so it depresses me. I'm going to be operating actually remote from Rochester, so I have a whole new world of television shows that take calls to go into.
Good. All right, so we're looking forward to that, Captain Janks. Good luck with your new radio career.
Why, thank you.
And there he is, the man who started it all, Captain Janks. He's the guy who started all these phony phone calls, the godfather of phony phone calls.
Kind of the godfather of glam rock.
That's right. And it's Captain Janks with his big Ed McMahon call. Here we go as we play him out. We'll listen to Ed and Captain Janks together.
Dennis Miller's doing okay.
Yeah. Somebody else who's doing okay, Ed, is on the phone with us right now. As a matter of fact, we were talking about him a second ago. He called in. I believe he was a Star Search loser. Is my caller here?
Yeah, hi. How you doing?
There's Jim.
Hi, Ed.
How are you?
How you doing, Matt?
I'm fine, Jim. How are you?
Do you believe this guy, what's happening to him?
You actually lost on Star Search?
I lost.
Well, you don't lose. He was in competition, and someone else exceeded his performance. How's that?
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
What did you do on the show, Jim?
Well, I did a comedy routine. Hey, Ed?
Yes.
Howard Stern says you're a fat pig. Is that true?
No. That's what he thinks about himself.
Well, you're a fat pig.
Yeah, okay.
Apparently that's not Jim Carrey, and we apologize for that.
All right. I knew that was going to happen. It's okay.
That is apparently an imposter, and every once in a while that happens again. We apologize for that.
The thing about that that's great, they know they're an imposter. They know how dumb that was.
I can't understand.
They carry that to their grave.
They love that.
I like how he says, you know how great. You know what? He says, you know they know they're an imposter. That's
But you know what's great about that is they know they're an imposter.
Right. Ed, full of knowledge.
He even says, you know, the one thing that's great about that, how can there be something great about what just happened to him?
You know what's great about that? They know they're an imposter.
What's great about that? Nothing.
But I wonder if Larry King watched it and laughed or something, Howard.
All I know is I was home Saturday night and I'm watching CNBC. They gave a show to Jim Lampley and Bree Walker, the lady with no hands or feet.
Oh, no, I didn't know this.
And
the two of them working together?
Two of them working together, and every phone call was a Howard Stern phone call.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, they literally could not, everyone, and they weren't like necessarily funny. It was just like, you know, first it'd be like, Baba Booey, Baba Booey. Then they go, okay, they pick up the phone and they go, well, we had an in-person, you know, and they were good about it. It's an imposter, it's a phony phone call. Next one. Howard Stern. All right.
The funniest ones are when you get them right after another.
Yeah, and it was endless.
This was relentless.
Yeah, relentless.
I'm still striving to do that on Larry King. I'm trying to arrange something like that where every call is a Howard Stern call.
That's a tough one.
And it will happen. It will happen.
It will.
I promise you.
We can look forward to that. You've gone as far as 2 or 3 in a row, right?
Three.
Three is his top.
Hat trick, yes. I called in 2 different phones into the same show.
Yeah.
There's Nick from New York and Paul from Pennsylvania over here, and then they put me right on after another.
Right.
And I asked the question in the beginning in the first call, and then asked it again in the second call and got hung up on.
Wow.
My next trick is I'm going to try to get 3 phones going with 3 lines to the show and get on 3 times in a row. And I will do it.
Good for you. Good for you, Captain.
I will do it.
You know, who says you're not motivated?
Yeah.
All right.
When does the phone company get to the point where they just won't hook up a line for him?
He'll find a way. Guy from the phone company called me the other day. Says, "Is that stupid tiny bastard still around?" I said, "Yeah, he's around."
I'm a very good customer of that phone company.
You're damn right.
Very,
this
very
is the guy who runs up a big bill.
You're
not kidding.
My last phone bill was $425, Howard.
Well, your parents must be very proud. Oh, hey, you're moving out of their house for the first time.
I've been out of there for a year, Howard.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He had his own place. He told us.
Yes. Well, I'm living with 2 roommates.
What are you going to do now that you're moving to Rochester? Will you still hold on to your place in Philly?
Well, I'm staying in hotels in Rochester. I'm keeping a place in Philly, and I'm going to be going back there in a couple of months.
Wow, look at that.
Does he feel a little strange that Elephant Boy has a girlfriend and he doesn't?
No, yeah, you know, I heard that the other day. Fred's been calling me every day, almost every week since Cleveland, telling me about her. So.
I have a girlfriend. Yeah. Captain Janks still doesn't have a girlfriend.
Yes.
When's the last time you got laid?
It's been a while, Howard.
How many years?
Well, since probably about 1990 or so.
Wow.
Well, you know, what do you want?
You're not a bad-looking guy. It's just you're tiny.
Yes, well, that provides a very big problem for a lot of people because most women are taller than me.
Right.
And who wants to go out with a shorter guy?
Right.
You know.
I don't.
You like your boys tall, too?
I sure do. He hasn't gotten laid since 1994. Since 1990.
I can't laugh, neither have I. So we're both in the same boat.
Yeah, but I think you did that by choice.
Well, maybe. Who knows?
Too bad Thumbelina died. Maybe you could have dated her. She's pretty cute. Thumbelina, I liked her. Hey, Robin, maybe you and Captain Janks ought to link up.
Yes, I would like that.
No, I think we ought to keep the streak going.
Could end each other's streaks. All right, Captain Janks. Too bad you can't find a good woman to love you. But maybe now that you'll be on the radio in Rochester, one of those local girls up there will be impressed.
Yes, hopefully. All
right, very good. The great Captain Janks, everybody. Thank you, Captain Janks. There he goes. Stand up and... Oh,
he's standing.
Captain Janks, I told him to buy a Barbie doll and get a knife and put some private parts in it. So it'd be like being with a girl.
The right size.
Yeah. Just the right height. All right, we've got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words. I have so much to get to this morning. It's just that I'm so hot, I'm going to vomit. I'm going to vomit on the console. This is like doing a show from a house with no air conditioning. You know how you get sleepy and dopey when you have no air conditioning and it's just 100 degrees?
Yeah.
That's how I am. Sleepy and dopey. I can barely form words. Gary, bring me in more water. I feel like a camel. I have to retain water. I'm losing water as I do the show. I need water. Listen, the libertarians are driving me crazy. They say I'm not into my campaign because I'm not announcing where they're signing these petitions.
You've lost your enthusiasm.
Yeah, I haven't lost anything. They told me, become the candidate and we'll go out and get these petitions signed. It's no sweat. Suddenly I have to announce where they're going to be. They have a million other candidacies that have petitions and they have no problem filling them out. Mine they have to announce on the radio. How does this party exist?
Just barely.
I've got so much snot in my nose, but I can't clean it out during the commercials because I'm on TV. They watch me in the other room.
Can't you just whip around, turn around?
All right, that's what I'll do. Blow my nose and turn around. Gary, you're getting fatter and fatter. Your double chins are incredible.
You're absolutely wrong.
I don't know, but it's really...
No, you're really...
It is really annoying to look at. Get yourself into some kind of shape.
I'm less weight than I was a month ago.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Did you get punched in the chin?
No.
Your whole jaw is completely lopsided.
There's more light in here.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
God.
Maybe, yes, you're seeing him for the first time.
Look at that. It's the light.
I guess it's a light.
I never even noticed how ugly you were. I know I'm ugly, but you were really ugly.
You don't see me in the light the rest of the day?
No, God. What? You have gotten so big in the face.
I know what you're talking about.
You're like a moonhead.
I have not changed weight except I lost 10 pounds since January. I haven't changed weight.
You know what it is? Maybe your body is shifting. You know how you get older?
Yeah.
You don't snap
weight
back
moves
into...
around.
Yeah. You should get your second chin pierced. That would look really good, like a little piercing.
I got you.
Yeah, chin piercing.
How was that run yesterday? He had his whole big K-Rock run around the reservoir.
Me and Ganji ran, and Ganji beat me by about 15 seconds. going around lying about his time and bragging and stuff. But he did well. Ganji did well. He's 50 pounds lighter than he was last year.
But he's still heavier than you.
Yeah, don't talk about weight. Anyway, let me announce where they'll be signing petitions for this libertarian thing. Hotheads Hairstyling in Nanuet.
Oh, that's a good hot location.
Please get Howard to announce the names of the 4 stores in Rockland County where his petitions are available to be signed.
That's just Stan Dworkin's list. Then there's a libertarian list.
Paperback Exchange in Nanuet, Saddle River Stationery in Muncie, and Wavelength Hairstyling in West Nyack.
They're only doing signings at hair salons?
Yeah. See, these guys don't understand. I can't announce commercial places.
Right, like on the libertarian one, like they're in front of K-Rock on certain days. It says it right there.
All right. They all think they get free commercials here. They're going around selling ad time. Brooklyn, Fulton Street Mall West, Tuesdays 6:30 to 8:30 p.m., Sundays 12:30 to 4 p.m.
And when are they in front of K-Rock?
They're in front of our station.
It's right up top.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, noon to 2 and 5 to 8 p.m. Okay?
Like, you know what the libertarians told me? Like the Buffalo people...
libertarians are obnoxious.
They told me that the Buffalo people have been quitting because we haven't plugged the Buffalo area.
Yeah, well, screw them. That's not a party then.
Who plugs them when Howard's not running?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Howard's now a detriment because, you know, those signatures are going to be checked. That's what they throw at you.
So you just get more people out and you get more signatures.
You know what they said to me last week?
Did John F. Kennedy have to go around announcing where he was going to be having signature signings?
Robin, you want to hear this? The chairman of the party called and said, you know, it takes a lot of money. There are professional people who do this. And then she wanted to give me the phone number if we were interested in hiring them.
Yeah. I'm not interested in running if I don't have a party that can't get signatures.
That was the whole idea. If you were going to be an independent candidate, you don't need the libertarians.
I had to go up to Albany, kiss the ass of everyone at that Libertarian Party, and sit there and stroke them, and they basically were offering me a vehicle to get on the ballot if I was their nominee. Now they can't even deliver that. Who cares? So I won't be governor. So there won't be an end to traffic. So there won't be an end to crime. That's all right. Who cares? Let Cuomo in for another 4 years, or this other guy who no one even knows who he is, Pataki. Who cares? Oh, good. Here's a picture of Gary at the. Here, I'll show this to the camera. Here's a picture of Gary.
Ooh.
He's gotten heavy. This is a picture of the fat Gary.
Look at that. He's got the little, the T-shirt doesn't quite go to the pants. I like that.
That's Gary. Gary really is so fat.
I think what you're seeing is Gary filling out. You know, he's getting
more manly.
Male stature.
Yeah, he's becoming more of a man. He's not a boy anymore.
Somebody who hadn't seen Gary in a long time had lunch with him last week and told me, yeah, Gary, when I last saw Gary, Gary was a goofy kid.
Now he's a goofy man. Now he's a goofy man.
He's a goofy grown-up.
Yeah. His face, though, is distorted looking. Like someone who's been socked in the jaw or something.
Yeah, he's gotten, you know, that wide jawline.
Yeah. His teeth are bigger, his jawline is bigger. He's become a caricature of himself. Hey,
he looks like his drawings now.
Yeah, let me tell you about Fred's bachelor party.
There was a bachelor party, too. That's right.
Yeah, Friday. So we go over to Scores, our favorite strip club.
You know what is funny? Everybody I told that Fred was doing this again, they thought he was out of his mind.
Hey, he wasn't.
No, not at all.
Just the idea of within a week after having such a horrible disaster, going back to the scene of his crime.
Yeah, he didn't drink, I'll tell you that. We walked in, and Scores had a big thing of Yoo-Hoo for him, so he wouldn't get in trouble.
So all he had was Yoo-Hoo?
Yeah, the only drink was Yoo-Hoo and Perrier's.
Good.
That's it.
Anyway, so Scores is a strip club here in New York. You know, high-class kind of club.
What does it look like in there?
It's nice, you know. It's not like a sleazy club. It's like you go in there and you could have a few drinks and not be grossed out. You know.
I started to go with you, but I got the distinct impression you didn't want me around, so I went home.
Yeah, I guess you were reading the correct signals. Yeah, wouldn't have been the same kind of party with you there, unless you were willing.
I wouldn't have stayed long. I was just going out to see the lay of the land, and who showed up?
Yeah, well. I can tell you everything that happened.
Yeah, right. You can't even tell me what the place looked like.
It'll be just like being there. So, you know, it's just like, it's a high-class kind of club, Scores. And we got there.
What are there, tables and chairs or couches? What?
It's kind of like a health club. It's like clean. And
yeah, it's
nice.
clean. It's not sleazy.
It's not like a strip club.
That's why
Is it bright? Is it dark?
Well, when we get there, it's dark because we requested the lights be out. But it's the kind of thing where you expect strip clubs to be real sleazy and dirty and dumps, but what they did was they made a high-class place. That's why they get so many good-looking girls to work there. They figure, hey, it's kind of clean in there, and it's not a sleazy thing, so you see, like, really good-looking women there, and I think they pay the women really well.
I would hope so.
Yeah. So anyway, we go over there at about 11:15 in the afternoon, and they set up a private room for us. First, they had a full buffet out.
Another one.
Oh. Yeah, but this was even better. They had lobster.
Ooh.
Shelled lobster.
Yeah.
No work.
Right. It was just like, you know, it was all cracked open for you and everything. I was on a diet, so I didn't eat anything, but the guys told me it was real good.
You couldn't eat the lobster?
And they had lobster. Well, I just eaten lunch. That's where I get into trouble. That's where I gain weight, where I go in and go, oh, I just ate lunch, but there's lobster. That's dietetic. You know, and then I'd eat 2 lunches. So they had lobster, they had macaroni and shrimp scampi and all different kinds of things.
Filet mignon.
Yeah, really good food. See, you wouldn't expect that in a strip club.
You wouldn't expect any food in a strip club.
Yeah, right, but this was like really good food.
Yes.
So, you know, it shows you it's like they're serious about being in business because you could get good food there and naked girls. And good-looking naked girls.
I mean, that's all the time they serve food. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can get food there all the time.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, that's how they make money.
Didn't you notice when you walk in on the left there's a giant lobster tank?
You know, I did notice that, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah. Howard thought it was a pool.
Yeah, I thought it was just like something you dunked a girl's breasts in or something. I don't know. Hey, girls, want to turn on? Put your chest right in that lobster tank. I had no idea what it was. I thought maybe you throw your own genitalia in there just to cool them down after you've been in there for a while. Yeah, right. Who knew?
It's kinky.
Yeah, who knew?
No, I really didn't know they served food at all.
Yeah, so they had like a whole buffet there. We got in the room, and the girls were still getting dressed, you know, in their special evening wear. They come out in evening gowns and stuff.
No, because I was going to say they're strippers.
Yeah, well, they don't come out naked. They come out wearing like special outfits. So they were getting dressed, so we were eating, and there was only about, 12 guys.
Yeah, it was a low turnout.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, who showed up this time? Who's on the list this time?
I think there was nobody new except for the spin doctors.
Oh, they did show up.
Oh, yeah.
And with them?
He always gives away my whole story.
Oh.
He's such a
Why
fat
do you leave
nincompoop.
him here?
The worst producer in the world.
Why do you leave him here?
I don't know. He just leaves nothing to the imagination for me. There was no one new except for the spin doctors. Hey, here's a picture of Gary producing at the party. Someone snapped his photo of him. There he is. My helper.
Oh, no.
The monkey. And there's Gary. Where's Gary Puppet? I want to talk to him. Where's Gary Puppet?
Yeah, he'll help you out with the story better.
Yeah. Gary Puppet, why do you insist? What are you wearing today? Gary Puppet, what are you wearing today?
Hold on 1 second, Wolf. I'm wearing my Gary button.
Oh, button? What does it say? I can't see it.
It says, Gary.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to have a new outfit on today, but I see you're dressed very conservative.
No, we're back to our conservative outfit until Ralph of Hollywood finds me another one.
Right. So, Gary Puppet, why do you always, when I'm telling a story, the one major thing, why do you always have to reveal it like 20 minutes before I'm going to? Why do you always just, you know how some people work intuitively together, they just know the right thing to say? Why is it in your case you never know the right thing to say?
Oh, I don't know, Wolf. Facts are stupid things. I can't be bothered with them.
It's just you never know how to read my mind, do you?
I know, but don't confuse me with the facts, Wolf. I got a closed mind. I'm sorry.
What'd you do this weekend, Gary Puppet?
I was learning to count to 10.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you want to hear?
Sure.
1, 2, 3, and another, and another, and another. How am I doing?
You're doing real good.
Thank you, Wolf. When my wife goes into her contraptions, I want to be ready to take her to the hospital.
When your wife goes into contractions?
Contractions, not contraptions.
It's not contraptions?
No.
Then why did I bother learning to count?
All right.
She's fragrant, you know.
She's fragrant?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You mean pregnant?
That too.
All right. Very good. Thank you, Gary Puppet.
Thank you, Wolf.
Okay.
I love you.
Okay, I love you too. Gary Puppet works better with me than the actual Gary. Anyway, so you get to this strip club. Oh.
Now you can't even look at it. It's disgusting.
I go to this place called Scores, which is a real high-class strip club. It really is high-class. And it was the same...
as high-class as a strip club could be, I suppose.
Yeah, and you get it was the same group of guys except for Jeff Schick showed up from IBM.
Oh, he did come.
Yeah, he came.
Wayne
Siegel was there.
But there was no Dan or Al Rosenberg, and Dominic only stayed for a short time.
Yeah, it was real weird. So we get there, and, you know, everyone's eating. So there's only like 12 guys, and I walk in, and the guy from Scores... See, the reason I was uptight about the first bachelor party is I noticed that none of the guys were reaching into their own pocket and tipping the girls.
Right.
We had 25 women who are used to making thousands of dollars, and our guys walk in, and they're all with me, so these girls think it's a bunch of high rollers, and the guys never once even dip into their pocket for $5.
Right, so the girls wind up making no money, and they came out especially for this party thinking this would be a good payday.
Yeah, so it looks bad for me. So I'm reaching in my pocket overcompensating because nobody...
But you can't compensate for what, 20 guys?
Yeah, I had 20 guys, and I'm tipping and everything, but there's like a few guys who just sit there like King Tut. These girls perform for them and dance, and they don't tip. So I felt like a real dope. I mean, like I'm sitting there the whole time getting embarrassed, and then Fred falls on his face and is bleeding
and throws up.
Yeah,
everything.
And these guys haven't made up money. I mean, Scores is out of pocket. They've put up money for food and drinks, and they're treating us nice. The guys could at least chip in for a couple of girls. I mean, where else are they going to get girls? Like 25 girls for 12 guys.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, the guy from Scores this time, we walk in, he hands us $5,000 in funny money. $5,000.
That sounds good.
So there's 12 guys. They distribute the $5,000. I took like $700, and then Gary just handed out the rest.
We gave like $300 a guy.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so that's pretty good. And this time the girls were pretty happy because they saw there was money in the room. And it really was like, it's really cool when you have that much money on you because it is like feeding bread to ducks. The ducks just keep running after you. Right. And then when I go through like $5,000, the guy from Scores would give us another $1,000.
Are you kidding?
What, $2,000?
He gave us $2,000.
And after that $2,000, we must have gone through $10,000 in funny money.
Yeah. Yep.
And it wasn't any of your money?
No. None. The guy was real nice to us because he says, "Hey, you've always said good things about us, so here's your payment."
Wow.
I said,
so
"Well,
you got a free bachelor party."
Yeah,
twice.
Yeah, but I'm not going back there anymore. They've been more than generous to us.
Yeah, I think that you should pay from now on.
Yeah, so do I. I don't mind going with guys who pay something. It's just that our guys don't pay anything.
Well, the guys you hang out with.
Right. Right.
Your crew.
Yeah, my posse. My posse of guys. The cheap posse. And all these guys think they're King Tut. They shouldn't have to pay anybody to dance for them.
Well, if Charlie Sheen is going to bring a group of people, though, he expects to pay.
So it was really cool, and as Gary mentioned earlier, we're sitting there, And who shows up? The Spin Doctors.
So they did actually come along.
Yeah, so that guy Chris, the guy with the beard from the Spin Doctors, is sitting on the couch next to me. And as true to form, because he's a rock star, there was about 10 girls all over him.
Immediately. Did they know who he was immediately, or did he have to announce?
No, they knew who he was. He's on MTV all the time, so they knew who he was.
They tune into MTV.
Yeah, and word was out that it was Spin Doctors.
And it didn't hurt that they were... Did you notice they were playing Spin Doctors videos on the monitor?
Oh, forget about it.
So those guys walk in, and immediately there's like 10 girls on...
Did the whole band show up?
There was about 3 guys from the band.
It was the guitar player and... The drummer didn't show up. No, okay. There was a guitar player, and then one of their managers and one of the guys from the record company were putting them all together.
Yeah, no bass player, though. He's engaged.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, his girlfriend wasn't letting him go.
No.
She had him in tow.
So I had like about 3 or 4 girls near me at all times, on top of me, jumping down on my head, everything, because I had funny money. I mean, I had thousands of dollars of funny money.
Sticking out of your collar?
I'm sitting there with the girls, right? This is a 21-year-old girl. She was beautiful, and she's the right age for me. Because I deserve a 21-year-old.
You're amazing.
So that way, by the time I'm 60, she'll be 40. Be perfect.
She'll always still be a young chick to you.
Right. So by the time I'm dead, she'll still be young. So this girl is talking to me, and she says, Howard, how old are you? I said, how old do I look? She goes, 30. I go, here's 20.
So you start paying her for the compliment.
Yeah, I didn't pay for dances. I go, let me ask you something. If I said to you right now I want to sleep with you, would you let me? She goes, probably. Here's 20. So I just hand out the funny money like crazy.
You didn't even have to dance.
No, none of them had to dance or do anything. I was just handing out money for compliments.
See, when you get that much money, you go nuts.
Yeah.
I was giving every girl $40 for a dance instead of 20.
I went through $1,000 in 10 minutes. Because there was like 7 girls around me, and I just kept throwing 20s in there, little G-strings.
Now, Howard, I don't want to jump ahead, but did you hear what happened with the guy from the Spin Doctors?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm getting to.
All right. I wasn't sure if you knew.
Knew? I was sitting next to him.
Because I got stuck with it.
Well, wait a second. You might be talking about something. Let me tell you what I think.
Okay, okay.
No, so Chris from the Spin Doctors, he's a single guy, so he can have fun. But the next thing I know, Chris is up and has his pants off.
Oh, no, this is something different.
Oh.
What do you mean he has his pants off?
I said, hey, Chris, but the girls ripped his underpants off. I saw this guy's got a...
Really?
Did you guys see it?
No.
Oh, my God. This guy... You couldn't see. You couldn't miss it. It hit me in the face almost.
Or him. There was a wall of women around.
True. That is true.
Well, let me tell you something.
It was like 3 deep.
Ralph was sitting right next to me. He saw. I said, Ralph, take a look at the guy from the Spin Doctors.
A girl curtain, huh?
Well, he quickly pulled his pants back up, but...
So they really got his whole... Everything was hanging out, huh?
Well, I think it was an accident. He was just like... I said... I don't know. He just took his pants down for a second to show his underwear.
Joking around.
He's joking around, but he didn't mind having his underpants come down because...
Well, he was sitting there... like this, like fully exposed, and didn't really seem to care.
He didn't care because he was huge.
Huge?
I mean, the biggest I've ever seen.
Bigger than
Jeff Galooly?
Yeah. Bigger than Jeff Galooly.
Really?
Yeah.
Huge. Whoa.
Huge.
That would never have crossed my mind after meeting him.
Unbelievable.
You know, it sort of stands to reason now that I think about it. Guys like that, you know...
Skinny little guys.
Are always like
that. This guy was huge. I mean... Robin,
that's why I
and he
wasn't
those
little wiry guys.
I did a double. How many times do I smack Ralph in the head and go, look at the guy's weenie from the Spin Doctors?
That's all you could say.
Yeah, I mean, it was, forget the Schween Doctor.
And he wasn't even fully excited.
No, he was regular, and you
mean, wait a minute. He's not fully excited is what Ralph is saying.
No, he wasn't excited.
At all?
Not at all. And if I tell you, Robin...
I mean, he didn't rush to...
I don't know. You know, when you have something like that, he didn't care who saw.
He just had a big old smile.
What did the girls say? I mean, did you notice the reaction from the girls?
I think those girls have seen it all.
Yeah, they didn't get excited.
They were like...
We got more excited.
Yeah, we were more into it. They were just like, meh, big deal.
Oh,
you know,
put your pants back up.
Yeah, put your pants on, you stupid idiot. Go get a shave.
So he was having a good time.
Yeah, he had a great time, and I don't know, he left...
Well, here's what happened.
What?
So, the whole time we're there, I keep hearing his guy from his record company or the other guy, like the manager, going, Gary, we need more money. And I just kept giving them more and more, you know, spreading out. So finally, 4 girls come up to me, and they said, listen, We danced for that guy for like a half an hour, and he promised us $500 apiece.
Oh, dear.
And, of course, no, they want me to pay up.
Yeah, right.
So I said, listen, so I sort of huddled with him, and he's like, Gary, man, you got to help me out, because, you know, these girls really took care of me. They were dancing with me for, you know, for a long time. So I gave them all a lot of money. I didn't have $500 apiece.
Right.
I might have given them like $200 apiece or something like that. And when I left, I saw one of the girls talking to the manager. I think she was going to get her money out of somebody.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So Chris had promised each of them $500.
No, not Chris.
Yes,
Oh, Chris did?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get out of Gary.
I thought it was the manager.
No, Chris is the one he put his arm around me. He's like, Gary.
Oh, no wonder they were all over him.
They took such good care of me.
Yeah, right.
And like I said, the girl was talking to the manager.
Yeah,
it looked like she was angry. Like she said, hey, I was promised X amount of dollars and I want it.
They thought he was loaded.
Yeah.
Well, he was, but he didn't have any money.
I thought it was because he was a rock star. I didn't realize. You know what? Hey, that guy's got some move. He walks into the club and goes, each of you, $500.
Yeah.
Over here.
I think it went more like they started dancing for him and they said, you want us to keep going?
Yeah.
And he said, yeah. And he pays them. Want me to go for another song? And he paid him. And then I think he just ran out of money.
So
and
he
just said, keep going and put it on my bill.
Right.
And he couldn't pay the bill.
Very nice.
No wonder they were like all over him. Oh man, I'm stupid. I should just go in and promise him $500.
Why not? Then leave it on Gary.
He's like, hey honey, take me to court.
That guy knows how to do it. You just go to Gary and say, Gary, help me out.
Yeah.
But as usual, it was really funny because the whole afternoon the girls would come to me and they would go, are you Gary? And I'd say, yeah, that guy over there told me that you have money, you pay me.
Yeah.
I'm out of money. And then they run over, and then I'd see the guy go, no, go back to Gary. And they go, he said you got the money.
I have to admit I did that once.
A guy from the Spin Doctors is quite a hustler, isn't he? Chris.
No wonder his stepmother threw his laundry out.
Yeah, you know, maybe the stepmother was right.
She had a grievance.
We ought to call him. Yeah. If I knew his number, I would. I don't know. He was thanking me profusely when he left.
Yeah.
Great. They had a wonderful time.
How long did he stay?
He stayed for about an hour.
Yeah.
Even a little bit longer.
Maybe longer.
Because you know what? Sound check at Jones Beach was 2 o'clock, and he was still there at 1:30.
Yeah. Yeah, they weren't leaving so quick. It was a pretty good party.
At one point, one of the girls was on my lap, and she points over to the guitar player, and she goes, who's that? I go, oh, no, he's just a roadie.
Yeah. The single guys basically have a much better time than the married ones.
Is that right?
The married ones get a little uptight, like myself. But I think the single guys can really let loose in there.
You were having fun.
I was having a good time, but not as good as you.
Did Ralph find his way into strange places again?
I don't know. I don't know what happened. But Fred, how was? So Fred stayed to the. All I know is
Fred, you didn't even see Fred.
At one point, I was in a coma. I opened my eyes up, and then all of a sudden, I look around. I go, I'm like the only guy left here.
What? You were the one who was complaining that you had to leave early.
Gary left. Jackie left. Everyone left.
Robin, I left at 1:45, right?
Yeah.
I went to go say goodbye to Howard, just to let him know I was leaving. And it was like a goof. It was just like 5 girls around, and you could not see Howard. And I had to, like, push them out of the way. They weren't moving.
I was the only one left with money.
You were the guy who said, I'm not going to be there long, and I hope you guys don't mind if I leave early.
But I wasn't there long. I left at 2 o'clock. I mean, the party started at 11. It didn't even start really with the women till about noon, so it was 2 hours.
Yeah, but you're saying everybody left you.
Yeah, all I know is I looked around and I go, everyone's gone. It was like the weirdest thing. Here's like 25 beautiful women.
I didn't leave.
No,
you stayed till the bitter end.
I think he stayed way after I did. He was begging me not to leave. And then I saw Fred on the way out drinking Perrier.
Yeah.
He was sitting where? Where was he?
He was standing, just having a good time, smiling.
Yeah.
When you first walked in, Fred had they had a little throne for him. And a big bucket of Yoo-Hoos. That's what Fred had a drink with Yoo-Hoo.
Yeah, but Fred didn't drink the Yoo-Hoo.
And then they put tape down on the floor to simulate where Fred's body was. And then we all got T-shirts and hats that said, I survived Fred's do-over bachelor party at Scores with the date on it.
Funny.
Yeah.
So did Fred go visit the memorial that they set up to his loss of blood?
Matter of fact, I even posted pictures inside the little chalk line they'd drawn on the floor.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool bachelor party, though, wasn't it, Fred?
Yeah, it was terrific.
It was good.
It's even better sober.
Yeah. I think Fred learned his lesson. He was like acting differently at the second bachelor party.
I have to say that I really thought you guys exaggerated about the girls, and you didn't.
They were really good looking, right?
I was real shocked.
You were shocked, yeah.
I thought you were doing it for the air, and every single one. It was like it was impossible to choose who to have dance for you.
I know. I looked around and saw Jackie was on, but I knew Jackie was leaving around 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, but then I would say at around 1:45 or so, after Gary left, everyone was like gone. So we just went home and the party ended.
So when did you finally just get up and say, well, girls, I gotta go?
2:15 maybe.
Do you have any money left at that point?
No, I handed it all out.
Yeah.
The guy from Scores kept coming over and said, here, hand it out. Then he comes over and I said, I gotta leave. And he goes, here, girls. He starts throwing more money. Don't let Howard leave. And I said, no, I gotta go already. I gotta leave already. He was more than gracious, that guy.
And it doesn't bother you that these girls are just there for the money?
It does, but...
You deal with it.
It's just over it real quick. It bothers you before you go in and when you leave, but while you're there, it doesn't seem to matter.
Yeah, right. When you leave...
I don't know. I mean, just that idea that, the girls weren't saying, oh, Howard, please don't go, until the guy threw some money up in the air.
Yeah.
You get caught up in the whirlpool of women. Exactly. They're working.
There was a 21-year-old there I fell in love with, though.
Ooh.
I might have had to leave my wife for her, so I had to get out of the club.
You fell in love with her.
I did. She was perfect for me.
How dare you insult your wife by saying
She
that?
was perfect in every way. We got to take a break. So that's our day at Scores.
What do you mean she was perfect in every way? You don't even know the girl.
It's why she was perfect. That's why I liked her.
She didn't say a word.
All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with your phone calls right after these words.
I don't read the newspaper. I don't watch TV. But I know when a good governor should be elected. Howard Stern for governor.
Election 94 on the Howard Stern Show.
So it's filled with retards. All right. So did you hear here in New York, in the Bronx, there's a new area code?
No.
Yeah, 911. You just dial that. Okay. Jackie Platinum Joke Page Martling. To order Jackie's CD, The Joke Man, only $10 plus free shipping and handling. Price includes 20-page Jokeland catalog. Call 1-800-323-5464.
Now it's the 20-page Jokeland catalog. He's trying to change up on me.
Is that right? 20 pages? Wow.
20 beautiful full-color pages.
Well, that would be worth $10 alone.
That's the whole point of the ad.
This Friday, August 5th, 2 shows at the Annapolis Comedy Club in Annapolis, Maryland.
This is the week, right?
Yes, this is the big week for Jackie on Friday. The 2 big shows that are almost sold out. For information and great dirty jokes, call 516-922-WINE. Let's take a couple of phone calls, see who's out there. Hello, you're on the air.
Howard?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to...
Hold on, it takes us a second to calm down from Jackie's commercial.
A lot going on there.
I caught the spin doctor Saturday night.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
So I caught the spin doctor Saturday night.
Yes.
After they sang Little Miss, they dedicated the song to your stepmom.
Oh, to my stepmom.
That's what, that's what Chris Barrett said.
Yeah. How were they? Were they good?
Yeah, they were pretty good.
Yeah.
It's really become kind of teeny bopper, there's not like 15-year-olds running around.
Really?
But,
Yeah, it's good to pick up a few 15-year-olds at the Jones Beach concerts.
Well, that's why.
That's where I go to meet high school girls.
Yeah, what do you want, old crows?
Yeah, what do you want, a bunch of old moms hanging around? Teeny boppers. That's what I like. What I do is I park. I don't even go to the concert. I just park in the parking lot. I borrow a friend's Corvette, roll down the windows and play Led Zeppelin songs and wait for girls to come to the car.
Does Led Zeppelin still get the girls?
Yeah, Led Zeppelin or Metallica, AC/DC. And then, like, lots of girls have to look in the car to see what cool guys are sitting in there, and then they come in the car, and I get 15-year-olds. I play Kashmir. I see guys doing that all the time, rolling down their windows.
Old guys like you?
Yeah, so their music can be loud. Not old guys like me, younger guys. But it works. Does get the girls to look in the car. Gives you an entree. That's the sorriest bastard you'll ever see. Sitting in parking lots of high school.
Playing music. Car radio.
Trying to show how cool they are with their music. Like they wrote the music. Playing like Alice in Chains and stuff.
Yeah, what does it mean that you can drive and turn on a radio?
I don't know.
Why does that get the girls?
Well, the radio just screams out saying, "Look at me. Look at me, girls."
That's the song. That's the words to Kashmir. Look at me. Look at me.
That's it.
Look at me. Oh, look at me, girls.
It'd be one thing if I was in Led Zeppelin, but I'm just playing their music loud in my car, trying to get girls to look at me. Or you could try any one of the contemporary, Pearl Jam, Stone Temple Pilots.
Nirvana, Guns N' Roses.
Right. Guns N' Roses, put it up real loud.
9 Inch Nails.
Right. I want to F you like an animal. You play that song a couple of hundred times while the girls...
They come running.
Yeah, they want it. The girls want it. Hey, are you in 9 Inch Nails? No, I'm just listening to them. Oh, did you notice me listening to them? Yeah, well, your radio was about 100 decibels.
I did them, too.
Yeah. All right, dude, thanks.
Howard, keep good.
What? Thank you. I don't know what he said.
I think be good or you're good. I don't know. I didn't get the...
I heard good. I thought he said keep good. Whatever. Some phone connections are better than others. Let's go to where we are number one in Myrtle Beach. Where is the Myrtle Beach line?
You always have trouble finding it. Are we going to Myrtle Beach, really?
What?
Are we going to go to Myrtle Beach?
I don't know. Let's see. Where is the phone line? Never mind going to... Oh, here it is. Myrtle Beach.
We can't even go to them on the phone.
There it is. M Beach. I thought it would say Myrtle. I'm sorry. M Beach. Myrtle Beach, you're on the air. Home of the Howard Stern radio show going number one in the shortest amount of time.
Ever.
You're on the air.
Hi. We love your backstage videos.
Oh, that's good. By the way, I'm going to be taking that off the market soon. For all our fans, especially in Myrtle Beach, if you didn't get to see the pay-per-view, even if you got to see the pay-per-view, this is a different tape. It's New Year's stuff, but also backstage.
Yeah, Jennifer's on. Her burp is on. It's great. It was so lovely to see her.
Well, yes, we have a lot... I know, I just disregard what the audience says. It's great to get the tape and see us hanging out backstage and see the stuff that actually got us banned from Newark. And we have all that plus...
Howard, you're great. We can't wait to see you down here.
Oh, she won't let me do this commercial. Did you get the Leroy Neiman poster as well?
Oh, yeah, I love your poster. It's wonderful.
What you need to do
the blue is beautiful in it.
What you need to do is hang that poster somewhere so people can get sick. All right?
We won't get sick watching you, Howard. You don't make us sick. You're beautiful.
Thank you. And
we want a poster of Robin and Gary and
That's next. So
the packaging had to be kept to a certain size.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been cost effective. So you have the tape and you have the poster, and hold on to those because they will soon become collector's items like Butt Bongo Fiesta that now sells for $1,000 and Crucified by the FCC and Underpants Party.
Underpants.
All of those tapes I bet you don't have, but you can't get them anywhere because we take them off the market. So hold on to your tape. You'll see what happens with it. You'll see what happens with the poster.
Are you going to have a mini golf tournament down here, Howard?
Make sure you dial 1-800-52-STERN, 1-800-52-STERN. You must be 18 or older to order. Hurry, because I will be taking it off the market soon. And brought to you by Infinity Ventures and me. 1-800-52-STERN. Thank you. Cleveland, you're on the air.
It's New Year's stuff, but also backstage.
All right, Buffalo, you're on the air. Albany, you're on the air.
And we have all that plus...
Howard, you're great.
Hello?
Yes, you're on the air.
Howard.
Yes.
I ran into Melrose Larry Green on the street up here in Albany.
Vegas, you're on the air. Las Vegas.
Hey, Howard, how you doing, buddy?
Your buddy.
Oh, boy.
New York, you're on the air.
How are you, Howard?
All right.
Good morning, good morning. Hey.
Does anybody have anything to say?
How come? Yeah, I do. How come whenever I record a parody for you guys, I've sent in probably 3 or 4 of them. Colleen, do me a favor, turn down the radio.
Orlando, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hi, lower your radio.
Sure.
Before I hang myself.
No. Hi.
Yes, what can we do for you?
Well, I'm calling from Melbourne, Florida. And,
nothing to say.
No, I got plenty to say. I want to let you know that thank God they finally put you down here. I thought I was in, like, East Bejesus, you know, and they finally put
nothing
you
to say. I still maintain it.
Huh?
Go ahead. What can I do for you?
Well, I was calling to say...
She has nothing to say.
I missed you. I've been down here for about a year now. They finally put you on down here.
Smoking cigarettes in Orlando.
Florida. And,
I'm glad they put you on. 900 different ways to say I'm glad they put you on.
I missed you. I love you, and I'm glad you're on.
Concert the other night. Fucking all kind of face with some woman. Who knew?
Who was at a concert?
You know.
Who was at a concert?
At the Spin Doctors concert.
Who?
The Elephant Man.
The what?
I don't know.
All right, thank you. Gary, Baba Booey. I'm going to go out and stretch his lips over his head so he suffocates. All right, I got to take a break. What happened to our game plan?
The person wasn't available.
Oh, okay. All right. So I was killing time till then. Gary said I have a person to put through to you while you're taking phone calls. I said, okay.
Person said call any time, so I did, and they're not there.
All right. Look at this. A stick figure drawing of Gary just came in. Here it is. I'll show it to the camera. Maybe you'll catch that on the E! Show. I thought that was a good one right there. Yeah, you go look at that.
There's nothing funny.
Oh, that's brilliant, Gary. You can't.
I got a stick figure drawing of you, Robin. Let me go work on it.
You can't resent that one.
Wait,
He's going to draw me now.
Gary's drawing you.
Gary Van Gogh.
I might drawing. I'm not that good.
Yeah, you're a lousy artist.
I'm a lousy artist. I know. I have a.
All right, I'll be back right after these words. Yeah. Hey, if anybody knows how to speak and write Latin, could they call Baba Booey?
You're still set on this Latin?
Yeah, I'm trying to find someone who...
phrase, huh?
Yeah.
Have you got the phrase?
Yeah, I got the phrase that pays.
Then we'll run a contest.
I'm looking into tattoos, but I got to get someone who speaks Latin too.
How big is this tattoo going to be? Is it a long sentence you're going to have?
Yeah, it's about 2 chapters of a book. I want to write it on my arm. Thought it would look cool.
Yeah, have a little scroll.
No, it's really weird. I want to write the words in Latin for Domino's Pizza.
What is Domino's Pizza in Latin?
Yeah, someone told me it's E pluribi bui. But I don't know. Might not be. Hey, we have a mystery record. I got to give away some Jackie Mason tickets. Let me do that real quick. Baba Booey, get in here with all the junk that we've got to play. I got a whole bunch of stuff. Stuff to read, stuff to play. Games to keep you entertained in your morning commute. What do you got?
Jackie Mason tickets for August 3rd. And they're at, he's playing on Broadway at the Golden Theater. So it's called Politically Incorrect.
And where's the mystery record?
It's in this...
Oh, that's in there?
Yeah. It's a well-known rock and roll song.
But not sung by a well-known rock and roller.
It's an AC/DC song.
Oh, sung by someone we never would expect to do it.
Well, it's a... Yeah.
Okay, it's a mystery record. We don't know who the singer is. If you can guess who this singer is, you win the tickets to go see Jackie Mason, which, by the way, is a very good show. Anybody want to dance? I'm not used to hearing horns in an AC/DC song.
And they're not used to being there, quite frankly.
I should say right up front that this is somebody who once had a hit record, but we don't usually think of as a singer.
All right.
Hey, Fred, why don't you have the Gary Puppet dance while we're playing the mystery record? Hey, did anybody see the TV show on Friday?
I saw a little bit of it, yeah.
How'd the puppet look dancing to the Spin Doctors?
I didn't see that part.
Did it look good?
He looked especially good on Fred the Elephant Boy's back when his hand was going up and then he stuck his finger in Jolene's face.
Yeah, well, I was the master puppeteer. I took the Gary puppet away from Fred and had it dance with Elephant Boy and Gay Rich.
Yeah, he was up on Elephant Boy's shoulders.
Yeah, and I was able to hide behind Elephant Boy, so I was able to really be a puppeteer.
It looked great.
It did?
It really did.
All right, cool. Sometimes I try to do stuff for the TV show while I'm doing the radio show.
I was simply impressed that the shot was so good of Chris standing back here.
Yeah.
I was wondering how that would work out. And it looked
the
really
Spin
good.
Doctors, yeah. Chris from the Spin Doctors.
Yes, he was singing, but he was standing in the back of the room, and I didn't know how that was going to work.
Yeah. Yeah, one never knows how it's going to work. Especially on our show. Oh, that's obvious.
You think so?
Yeah. All right, I'll play.
Well, I don't know who it is.
It's obvious.
Well, you don't want to give it away, but
why?
We have to give these. Well, then we can give the tickets to anybody. Okay, who do you think it is?
Tom Jones.
No.
It's not?
No.
He's a singer. He says the guy's not known for singing.
He did say that.
No, I said the person had one hit record, but we don't.
The guy is known for singing.
We don't think of the person as a talented singer. Let's put it that way.
Oh.
I'm watching Gary Puppet. You know, Fred, you dance better as a puppet
than a person.
Yeah, you actually have some rhythm.
As a puppet.
Yeah, the puppet was actually kind of moving pretty good.
It's an awful song.
I'm on the highway. at that. Look at the Gary puppet, Robin.
I'm trying to hear this music.
I
can't watch Gary Puppet and figure out who this is.
Look at Fred working that stupid puppet. Fred, how come you can't dance like that normal?
Put somebody's hand at my back and I'm doing make the same moves.
Let's see if anybody has guessed who this is. Do you know who the mystery the mystery record is?
No, I don't, because I have tickets anyway.
No, you can't have tickets anyway.
What?
No. You're on the air.
Yes. Is the answer Jim Neighbors?
Is it Jim Neighbors? No, it's not Jim Neighbors. Do you know who it is?
Yeah, Kelsey Grammer.
No, it's not.
Is it Kelsey Grammer?
Now, did you think about that or just make that up?
He said that with such confidence. It was like, yeah, I know who it is. Kelsey Grammer, of course, you idiot.
Hey, it's always funny.
You say it with confidence, sometimes you get through.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you, but that's not the right answer. Hi, you're on the air.
Yes, it's Mr. Martha Ray.
Mark Harris.
Yeah.
You're right. No.
I know he's never had a hit record.
Hey, Robin, did you see your thing in Allure magazine?
Yes.
Excellent.
You're in Allure magazine, Robin?
Mm-hmm. Well, you talked about it the other day, that Not in Hot list. You're on it, too.
Oh, okay. Robin's hot. And who's not?
Kennedy from MTV, I guess.
Oh.
I don't know which Kennedy it is.
I think she's hot.
Maybe all the Kennedys are not hot anymore.
All of the VJs aren't hot. Those VJs think they're real cool, and they think they're cooler than like us. You know what I mean? They think
Well, they think they're stars.
They think they're really cool. You can tell that the VJs on MTV think they're cool.
But I noticed that they're getting into other things. You know how VJ used to be a dead-end job?
Yeah.
Now...
You mean it's not?
Now they seem to think that they can parlay this into something. You know, I see them all, doing little bits on Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah.
They think they can jump from MTV to some of these tabloid shows or something and feature reporters.
No, it never works out, though.
But I don't know. I mean, that Dan, the sports guy, he's, gotten a couple of TV shows
but they all
never
fail.
work.
Right, he's not happening.
They keep thinking. I see that Daisy Fuentes has the CNBC show, and she has a restaurant, and she does commercials.
She's a Revlon model.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Duff is doing something.
Yeah, they all think they're cool, but they're not.
Can you name one person who's parlayed that into something big?
No, there's nobody.
Martha Quinn and Clearasil.
Martha Quinn got a Clearasil commercial.
And don't forget she was Bobby Brady's wife on all those...
Yeah, that was great. Bobby Brady was in a wheelchair because he got in a race car accident, and Martha Quinn falls in love with him, and they're trying to... I guess he couldn't get it up. Was that the plot?
They never said that, but that was sort of...
Yeah, the show sort of ended right there.
Yeah, but he was supposed to get it up.
Right.
It was the return of the Bradys. And I remember Martha Quinn was brought in, and hey, for a guy in a wheelchair, Martha Quinn wasn't a bad-looking honey. And he's with her, and all of a sudden came time for the big night, the big romance. And I thought the plot was that he couldn't get aroused.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
I think that you might have dreamt that.
Oh, really?
They don't do that on the Brady show.
So he got aroused.
They didn't discuss it one way or another.
Oh.
She was supposed to help him walk. That was her job, not to get him aroused.
Yeah, and then he started walking once he was with Martha Quinn. Like she actually helped.
She was his nurse. That's how they met.
Yeah. I don't know. And VH1, do they have VJs? I don't get that anymore.
Not anymore.
Actually, there was the one guy on VH1, and he's on NBC, that local show they do on Saturday mornings, the black guy.
Right. Remember that guy who interviewed you?
Yeah, the
he's
black
now
guy
on the NBC show on the weekend.
Yeah, he's a real talent. It's like the back door out of VH1 leads you out of show business. It's like if you walk out that door, you're no longer in show business.
You're on your way out.
Yeah.
You're walking through the door.
Yeah.
Out of show business.
You think that's a door to other jobs. It's other jobs. It's a job on Pluto. Yeah, VH1. Another experiment gone awry.
But yeah, the VJs are beginning to think that they're happening. I see that they're going to all the parties, the happening parties, and all that stuff.
Yeah, whoever's on there gets invited to parties and stuff, and then they fade out and they're gone. The coolest show on MTV, though, is that Real World.
Oh, it's great.
I love the Real World. I really do.
This season they have a really good thing going on.
There's that Puck guy.
But they threw him out of the house.
Has he been thrown out already?
Yeah.
I could tell it was leading that way.
Yeah, he's good. He's the only good thing on the whole show, and they're going to throw him out. That's why MTV's lost their minds.
But they have an HIV-positive Cuban guy who sounds exactly like Ricky Ricardo.
Yes. That's a drag.
And they got a girl from Arizona who's like this total homophobe.
There was this girl the first week they had her on, she must have fooled him. Like, they had this really cute girl with black hair on Real World.
Right.
Yeah.
And now, all of a sudden, she got ugly through the whole show.
Right.
Her skin started to melt, and she got real bad acne now. And you know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly. That's the one from Arizona.
They usually try to get one piece of ass to live in the house. For those of you who haven't seen it...
those girls never stay there. They get married and have to leave.
Yeah, for those of you who haven't seen it, it's they stick like 6 or 7 like 21-year-olds in a house and then shoot them, film them. And they got one guy who's like, I don't know, he's got like, he claims it's bicycle scars all over. They look like AIDS welts all over his legs, but he's a bike messenger, so he has welts all over his legs.
Yeah.
And he appears to look almost homeless.
He's deluded, too.
Yeah. I think that he is homeless. He's never lived in a house before, and that's why he's having so much trouble.
You saw the first episode, he couldn't get there on time because he was in jail.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have AIDS, but he looks like he does because he always has, like, I guess he gets trucks and stuff hit him, so he's got, like, big...
And he's falling all the time.
And he's got big scabs all over his face.
He rides his bike, like, practically on the highway, and then he's always yelling about how they don't have any respect for the bike. But in the meantime, it's where it doesn't belong anyway.
Yeah, and this week he found a dog.
Yeah.
And it was cool. He leaves the dog in his knapsack and carries it around. It's just like
but it was so funny because, you could tell it was somebody's dog, and it never occurs to him
that it
could be somebody's dog.
Yeah, but this guy, he's sort of interesting. He's very interesting. I watch
In fact, the best thing about him is that he insists on treating the AIDS guy like he doesn't have AIDS.
Yeah.
So he doesn't like him, and he's going to beat up on him no matter what.
But the point is that he's the only interesting one on the show.
He belches, and he's really dirty, and he sticks his hands in the peanut butter jar and takes stuff out while people are eating.
Yeah. And he's always getting into everybody's business like a girl has a date. He's right there with her.
Ralph, what is it?
Did you see when that guy Bucky was picking his nose?
And wiping it on the street?
Yeah, and then he sticks his hand in the peanut butter.
Yeah.
And they could have caught it all on camera. Like 2 seconds later, he's in the peanut butter jar.
He's picking his nose. He wipes it on the floor. And then did he wipe it on the floor?
No, he wiped it on the wall one time, and then another time he just wiped it on himself, and then he stuck his hand in the peanut butter jar. And the gay guy flipped out.
Yeah. And the gay guy flipped out who has HIV.
Yeah.
He's flipping out. He's afraid he's going to catch something.
He's like, we can't have this.
Yeah.
In the meantime, they all
hey, Lucy, we can't have this.
They all bought him his own set of utensils.
Right.
Did they?
No.
They should.
But did you see the very first episode?
It's kind of heavy, you get this cool offer to be on one of those MTV shows, and it's Real World, and you get to live in this cool house, and you find out you got to live with a gay guy with HIV positive.
Good news and bad news.
And everyone tries to act like it's no big deal, but it is. Yeah, it's a big deal.
There was a preview of something coming up because I guess the gay guy's about to get sick or something.
Yeah. Right, because he's not HIV positive. He says he has full-blown AIDS.
Right. And one of the guys is like, hey, man, this is too heavy. I've never gone through anything like this in my life. I don't know if I can handle this.
It was a little much. I just wanted to be on MTV and get paid a couple of bucks.
For free.
Right.
Howard, did you check out the first episode? They show you how everybody got there. So everyone comes from all over the country. One of the girls... She's like blonde, and I guess she's like from Ohio or something.
And she's freaking out.
And they show her family is at dinner, and they're all holding hands, and the father's like, they do the prayer, good Lord, please watch over our daughter for the next 4 months. There's all these wild people there.
She's going to that strange house.
A strange house with a guy with AIDS.
And a bicycle messenger.
I didn't like even having like a roommate with zits. That used to freak me out, let alone a guy with AIDS. That's kind of heavy to lay on someone.
And he's pretty wild because he's got this boyfriend, and they're always they always show them going out to AIDS things. They're always going out somewhere to talk about AIDS, and then they're discussing their relationship.
There was the one episode where he met a guy and he was upset because he didn't want to get too close to him because he was going to be moving soon.
Right.
I don't care. Hey, we're still playing Mystery Record. Anybody get it yet?
Nope.
Ma'am, did you take a guess?
Yes, I did. Mark Harris.
No, it's not Mark Harris.
Oh, okay.
Like a wheel, gonna spin it. Nobody's gonna mess me around.
You know who that is?
Is it Tiny Tim?
That is correct.
You're
kidding. That's Tiny Tim?
Off of Tiny Tim's album, Tiny Tim Rocks.
Wow.
See some of the other selections.
Tiny Tim Rocks.
I would never have guessed.
Is that a new record?
Yeah, it's been pressed in Australia. I managed to get a copy of it.
I've never heard him sing so low.
Yeah, I know. He's not singing high anymore.
He does a little bit on some other songs, but on this one, he's
You Give Love a Bad Name, the Bon Jovi song?
That's the one.
Hold on, I gotta hear that. Wait, you definitely get a prize. You get the Jackie Mason tickets, but...
Am I talking to Howard?
Yeah.
I'm going to have a heart attack.
Don't do that.
Cool. 9 minutes I've been up and home.
Hold on. We're listening to a song.
Okay.
I wonder when Tiny's like cutting this record and there's musicians and stuff around and like engineers and people from the record company, are they all sitting around going, yeah, this is the sound. This is going to be it.
When was that? How long ago?
Yeah, like, do they get excited and think this is going to be a hit?
I don't know, but you know what? Tiny's last single, he produced a single about 4 years ago. Do you remember it? Santa Claus has got the AIDS, so he's trying everything.
Hey, where is that? That's a good one.
Santa Claus has got the AIDS.
Yeah, you remember that. Let's play a little of that. Get Santa Claus has got the AIDS.
I don't remember that.
Tiny's real germ-phobic, so. Hey, that's good music.
Hey, wow. Tiny Tim.
He does Rebel Yell, too, the Billy Idol song. Wait, I'll play that. He's out of control. I mean, but do the record company guy go, like, because someone put up money for this. You can see it's pressed on a CD.
I always feel bad for the musicians because, you know, the music sounds pretty good.
This was after he did Tiptoe Through the Tulips.
Hey, you know what, honey? Let me put you on hold because you're kind of bumming me out.
Okay,
hold on.
You got to go see Jackie Mason Show Politically Incorrect. Tickets are available through telecharge at 212-239-6200.
Yeah, hold on. Gary will get your name and everything.
Okay.
Right. If she bursts in with one more inane comment, I'm going to kill myself. I see here Tiny Tim does Eve of Destruction also.
Last night a little dancer came dancing to my song. Last night a little angel came pumping on the floor. She said, come on, baby, I've got a life.
This really isn't Tiny Tim's milieu.
Yeah, in this one, I don't even think anybody thought about what key it should be in for Tiny.
Because Tiny likes singing songs from the 30s, you know?
Yeah, but do you hear his voice is all over the place?
Yeah.
He doesn't even know how to get these notes.
Well, I don't know if he was in the same room with the musicians. He goes from that falsetto to that deep voice in 2 seconds flat. Because I'm looking at this, like, you know, look at this. Like musicians, bass guitar, Dennis Burgess, guitar, John Bodica, guitar. You know, like a lot of musicians were brought in, backing vocals, studio production, musical producer, mixed by Tom Kazaz, assisted by Phil Monroe, engineers, mastered by William Bowden. I mean, look at all the people. Recorded at Festival Studios in Sydney, Australia. Recorded at Rich Music Studios, Sydney, Australia. Like they switched different production sites.
Yeah, there were different places they had to go to do all this?
Yeah, I mean, like, there's a whole list of credits here.
And there's actually like a sort of a cool photo in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole... I mean, someone put some money into this, and I'm wondering, like, do they sit there and go, you know...
Who put money into this?
I think they go, you know, this is really different and odd. This could be the big Tiny Tim comeback we've been waiting for. This is it. This is the one, I'm telling you, you know? At first I thought it was a joke, but I could see he's in the studio. He's serious.
Is Tiny big in Australia?
I don't know. I just think some Australian rich guy said, I got to get somebody over here to record. I got to hear Eve of Destruction. That's like the last track, I think. Hold on. Eve of Destruction. I don't know how you get to this track. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I.
Even I had trouble with that one. It's all over the place.
05. I'm going to try 05. It kind of sounds like Eve of Destruction.
Yeah.
Feel it coming.
Of course.
Feel it coming. Tiny's out there. Yeah.
This whole darn world, it is exploding. Violence flaring, all exploding. You're old enough to...
That sounds like Mr. Ed.
Hello, Wilbur. Bullets loading. I can't believe we're on the eve of destruction.
But not for voting. In war, but what's the gun you're holding? River, that body is falling. But just tell me, all in all.
I bet they beat him up after every take. Someone kicked his ass. Come here, you bleating American.
Did they beat him up for what he had done, or to get him to go back and do some more?
I think for what he had done. On the eve of destruction. What's with Tiny? He can't even get into it.
Don't understand what I'm trying to say. And can't you feel the fear?
Don't you understand what I'm trying to say?
No.
No, I don't get it. That's pretty wild, huh?
No.
Tiny not even going out and promoting this, huh?
I listened to it quite a few times.
When did that come out?
Right before we went on vacation, I got a copy of it. But they say that, you know, of course, the publicists will always say this, that it's a hit in Australia.
Of course.
Yes, it is.
Let's call somebody in Australia and see.
Yeah. How do you like the new Tiny Tim album?
Yeah, I want to know if it's a real hit.
Hello, mate.
Hello. Good day.
We should have invited Tiny to the bachelor party.
Oh, now there you would have had a guy who was really happy.
Yeah. Oh, many pretty girls.
Ooh.
There's no running away.
What a...
Set my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much loving drives a man insane. You broke my wheel. Oh, what a friend. Goodness gracious, great.
Okay, Tiny. I would like to meet the guys who put up the money. That's what I always like to meet. I just I wonder, like, what's going on? What's the name of this record company?
What does it say on this? It should say it on the spine.
Deaf record.
Deaf American.
Deaf Australian.
This is like a record company you can't even figure out what the name of it is. I think it's called Regular. Or Festival Records. Yeah. Like, they don't even have it on the spine. They don't know who. Like, nobody wants a cop to who it is.
No address.
Yeah, right.
How many studios was that done in?
Like regular recording studios.
I mean, but how many did they figure out until it was not
Let's see.
studio, it's tiny?
Listen to this. Mastered by William Bowden. Post-production, Glenn Magoo Aird. Recorded at Sun Studios the 7th of October 1983 in Sydney, Australia. Recorded at Festival Studios the 12th of April 1992. Recorded at Rich Music Studios, Sydney, Australia the 6th of April 1992.
Well, there's quite a gap between 83 and 92.
Yeah.
3 whole days, huh?
Not 3 whole days.
That's years.
1983 and 1992?
Yeah, but they only give 1 day each for recording, right?
Yeah. I guess Tiny gets spent and then needs a couple of years to rest.
Looking for material.
Yeah, like, look at this. Production coordinator, David Rowe. I mean, there were a lot of people working on this. Like, I'm even amazed, like, at the end of our TV show, like, you see a list of about 900 people.
Right. I've always wondered who those people are.
Yeah, I never meet them. But, like, you can see a lot of people went into work in this album.
Now, Howard, don't forget the other song you have of his.
What is that? Oh, Santa Claus Has the AIDS?
Santa Claus has got the AIDS this year.
Now, was this also by Festival Records?
No, this was a single.
I would have put this out if I was Festival Records. Now, this to me was good. See, Tiny put this out on his own. I think he was looking for a record company on this.
And got the Casio.
Oh, this is Santa Claus saying I won't be around this year. I'm a bit sick. Santa Claus has got the AIDS this year.
The AIDS.
And he won't be round to spread his Christmas cheer.
Ho, ho, ho.
The reindeer all look blue. They know what he's going through. Santa Claus has got the AIDS this year. He won't be yelling out, ho, 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 ho.
Right.
But he'll be screaming out, no, 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 no.
Oh, he should have screamed that before.
He's lying sick in bed. Call the doctor there instead. Santa Claus has got the AIDS this year.
I can't believe this didn't go anywhere.
I know. I thought it was really going to be a comeback for him on that.
Who is that geared to? I mean, it's not for kids, and it's really not a happy song.
I think it's geared to just the HIV positive crowd.
That'll cheer him up.
Yeah. If they know Santa has the AIDS, then everyone will get it.
He won't be crying ho, ho, ho. He'll be crying no, no, no.
Remember that song he did, The Easter Bunny's Got Lung Cancer? That was pretty good, too.
Each season he is full of pep and vim. But now the AIDS have got the best of him.
Pep and vim.
The nurses all look sad, 'cause Santa's got it bad. Santa Claus has got the AIDS this year.
Oh, this is Santa Claus saying, I won't be here this year. I'm sick in bed with the AIDS. Oh, but I'll be back next year. Next year. Don't cry for me. A doctor will cure me.
There'll be no jingle bells upon his sleigh.
All right, you get the idea. All right.
Did anybody tell Tiny that they haven't found a cure for AIDS yet?
I don't know.
Be back?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I got to take a break. We'll be back.
Down for the count.
Yeah, we'll be back right after these words.
Well, he has to know what he's doing. He's running for Congress too.
Election 94 on the Howard Stern Show.
Thank you. Hi, you're on the air.
Hi, I just want to add a question. I wanted to know, Howard was talking to Billy Preston a couple weeks ago. I think it might have been a best of.
Yes.
And they were talking about a song that Billy Preston wrote for Stevie Wonder that he sang with a girl, and it was Howard's wedding song and somebody else's. Do you know what that song was by any chance?
No.
You don't remember?
No.
Any way to find out? If I call back or something?
No, there's no way to find out.
Okay, thanks.
I don't know what he's talking about. Nor do I care, nor should he. People are involved in minutia. I hear these other talk shows. People call up. They're political. They're funny. They're downright witty. They call my show. They ask minutia. Do you know the name of the song from 2 weeks ago? Who knows what he's even talking about? I thought Billy Preston was in jail. Who knew he even had a song? Unbelievable.
Billy Preston is not in jail.
He's not?
No.
They never put him in jail?
That whole thing is all straightened out now.
Oh, good. All right. I like Billy. Wonderful man. Done a lot for the world. Can we decorate this studio? I watched the TV show, and it's so boring. Talk about the wall stuff. And why don't I have more advertisements for my products on there? I should have my book behind me. I should have my movies, everything. I mean, it's an excellent vehicle for me.
Why don't you bring in that big poster?
Oh, yeah, here. Well, hang that up, Baba Booey. Hang up. I got a big poster called Call 1-800-52-STERN. Yeah, hang that up somewhere. Call now. Hold it up. Call now. 1-800-52-STERN. Look at the size of that thing. Wow.
I don't know if you can get that in one shot. Nobody's thinking of the actual camera angle.
Yeah, that'd be a panoramic view. Gary, hang that up now. Go make yourself busy with the interns and hang that up, and so people can see that on TV.
And also, why don't you bring the book cover in?
Where is my book cover? Where's that big poster of me in the book? Put that behind me. Decorate. I want decorations in here. Everything to do with me. What else do I have, Robin?
I think that's it for what we can drag in right now.
Let's just pile up a room full of junk. No, not Gary drawings. I'm not selling anything on the Gary drawings.
We don't have that book done yet.
I got the 1-800-52-STERN. Hey, Fred, how come you never play the commercial? I don't even hear it.
I've heard commercials running.
Took the one away from me, and Scott never gave it back to me.
I got 3 of them.
You got 3? Well, I have to find out.
He's another guy. I can't get him to play the commercial for my
I've heard them at other times on the station.
Yeah, I want it on my show. My show's the only one anyone listens to on this station. What good is it on the other shows?
Well, I heard it.
Well, You listen to this station because you're monitoring. You have to do that.
See what they're doing.
That's right.
You know what I found out this week? Jimmy Fink still works here. The Cope still works here. I didn't even know that.
You know what? You shouldn't tell me. You should give me a quiz as to who is on when. I don't know who's on what.
I don't know the lineup of this station.
All right, Genji, here. You see that poster of me with my book? Yeah, put that right there. That's it. Right behind me. Now, that looks nice. That's a nice decoration. That's a big picture of me nude. Someone said to me the other day Meg left the station on her own, didn't get fired, left. And I said, I didn't know. No one told me.
Well, I understand that slot is still open.
I got to start paying attention to this station politics. Yeah, I heard our station here in New York is looking for a disc jockey.
And we're looking for a program director.
Yeah, but they have to hire blacks.
They have to have a black disc jockey?
Sure, why not? That's what I hear.
I've never had that before.
Have to. So Meg's slot is open, Robin?
The time she appeared on
I wish I could fill that. I'd love to fill Meg's slot.
Well, it's about, what, 3-4 hours?
Not for me, it isn't. Take me about 10 seconds.
I heard that's what it took, 3-4 hours.
That's too bad. I liked her.
Well, I understood she wanted to spend more time with her child and,
But that's a stupid reason.
Just the times were, incompatible.
I can only spend about 5 minutes with my kids. How does she hack it? I love my kids, but it's better I just do 5-minute clips. That's what I do my best fathering.
Yes, you're talking quality time.
Yeah.
The quality erodes as you spend more time.
I put in an intense 5 minutes a day.
But what I'm saying is if you spent more time, it would be bad for the children.
Right.
Because you wouldn't be there, really.
Yeah, my mind would be elsewhere.
Yeah. And you might get a little harsh. Who knows?
I'm thinking to let my wife remarry just so the kids could have a good father.
That's awfully big of you.
Yeah, my wife yells at me all the time now.
Why?
I'm not a good husband. I'm not a good father. I'm not a good this. I'm not a good that.
Well, that's probably true. Are you willing to accept that?
Yeah. I said, so how am I going to change that? What am I going to do? Start working on it?
This is who you marry.
Yeah. Then I was thinking of going to Lollapalooza next Saturday.
I have tickets for that.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Could you give them to me?
Sure.
Thanks.
I got plenty of them. And I didn't know whether I wanted to go. See, I'm not sure I can handle it.
Yeah, well, I know my wife can't. My wife got me. I said, hey, honey, I might go away next Saturday and go to Lollapalooza. She goes, I want to go to that. I said, no, you don't. You don't want to go to that. So she thinks I don't want her to go. I said, you can go. I would love for you to go with me. You're going to hate it. It's a full day of sitting there listening to bands.
Right.
She goes, well, maybe I'll like it. I go,
and what if you don't?
Yeah, and then I'm stuck there with you complaining the whole time. Don't we want to go? Don't we want to go? I said, you go with me, but I don't want to leave early. Because I want to hang around for Smashing Pumpkins. I like them. That's a good band. Who asked you to come in, Ralph? What do you want?
Nothing. He's your Lollapalooza connection, I guess.
Yeah. The dude is here. No, Ralph called me and said, are you going to Lollapalooza? Which means, hey, can you get me into Lollapalooza?
He doesn't have tickets?
He has tickets, but he wants to, I'm not going to go hang out in the audience.
Right.
All I want to do, I don't even know how Lollapalooza is set up. It's somewhere called Randall's Island. I don't even know where that is. I've
heard of it. I've seen the signs, but I've never been there.
I just want to go there and appear to be in touch with youth. Who's going to be at Lollapalooza? Is Smashing Pumpkins going to be there?
Yeah, I think so.
See, I would go to see them.
You know when you come in on the Triborough Bridge?
Is the guy from Jane's Addiction going to be there?
Porno for Pyros.
He owns it. He owns the name and
everything. Is he going to be there?
Yes.
Oh, he plays?
Yeah.
Perry Farrell.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Porno for Pyros. You know when you come over on the...
look at Ralph. He can't stay out. He can't stay out. What?
They're not playing.
Who?
They were.
No.
Oh, they're not?
They're playing Woodstock. I thought they were playing Lollapalooza. I thought it was his tour.
Yeah.
Well, that was the only reason I was going, so now I don't have to go.
Yeah, well, he started.
Yeah, well, so then my wife got mad at me because she thinks I want to go somewhere without her. I said, I don't want to go with that. Honey, you're more than welcome to come, but understand something. The thing starts at like noon, and it goes to like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night, and I want to see it.
She won't like any of those bands.
I know.
Yeah, there's not one Barbara Streisand in the bunch.
Yeah, and she thinks that she's going to like it.
No way.
Yeah, but I mean, so I'm making her go. Now I'm going to drag her there just so I can prove my point. She'll spend the whole day away from the kids, sitting and yelling at me that we should leave.
And it's going to be standing around. I mean, the idea of it, there's a lot going on in the grounds, and you go...
Sure, it's like a festival where they have
so it's not bad.
I'm not doing that.
And all that
but
stuff.
I'm not going to no booth.
Yeah, right, but...
It's George Clinton, Green Day, L7, the Beastie Boys.
Well, I would go see Green Day, Beastie Boys, and Smashing Pumpkins. L7, I don't even know what that is.
They're like a heavy metal chick band.
Chick band?
Yeah, they're all
women.
Oh. What else do they got there? I'm not even sure I want to go now. L7. Who else?
Well, you don't have to see them. Green Day.
What do you mean you don't have to see them? What am I going to see?
Well, you got to see the lineup. I mean, they're probably, Smashing Pumpkins will be on last. That's the one you really want to see.
And who else is going to be there?
Green Day.
Yeah, Green Day's good. Who else?
I don't know who else. George Clinton. Now, Gary just
Ralph had to get in here just to say I don't know anything.
He doesn't know anything.
Yeah, I think my wife's right. Maybe I'll stay away from there too. You know what it is? Ralph probably wants to be my date. He doesn't want my wife to come.
He wants to hang out with me.
Yeah.
I don't want her honing in on our time. Third wheel.
Won't be any fun with her.
How are we going to pick up chicks?
How are you going to pick up chicks? I don't pick up chicks.
Well, see, the chicks come to you and Ralph gets them, but if your wife's there, she'll be like a shield and the chicks won't come.
Well, that is what happens. In fact, I go to a concert with Ralph, and then I don't see him the rest of the time because the chicks think he's happening because he's with me, and then he gets all the action. Nothing happens for me.
So Allison will just blow the whole thing.
You know what, Ralph? Maybe I won't go to Lollapalooza.
Well, check it out. It'd be, might be cool.
We'll see. All right, you can leave now. I didn't want you in here.
It's like he's your son.
Yeah.
We'll see, Ralph.
So, my retarded son.
If you're good.
Right.
Maybe I'll take you to Lollapalooza.
Yeah. Well, my niece wants me to take her, too.
Oh, yeah?
I should call my wife and ask her if she really wants to go to Lollapalooza. She'll just start yelling at me, though.
Really?
Yeah.
She doesn't even like questions these days.
Want to call my wife?
Sure. I like it when she yells at you.
She's going to yell at me, though.
You want me to get it?
Yeah, okay. Thanks. Everybody yells at me.
I don't yell at you.
You're the only one. That's why I like being here. I might actually sign up for a couple more years of radio shows.
Just so I won't yell at you.
Just so I can be with you. What? She's going to yell at me.
One place you can come.
All I'll do is I'll just go, honey, Lollapalooza. She'll start yelling.
She'll start screaming.
Because as soon as I said I wanted to go Saturday to Lollapalooza, she goes, well, maybe I want to go.
Oh.
But she doesn't want to go. And now I'm thinking I don't even want to go.
Well, it's not
Where's
a
my
great
wife?
lineup.
She wasn't picking up.
She's not picking up?
No.
Oh, she must be really mad.
No, she's not that mad.
So I don't know. I just think she might not be around.
She's not around?
Somebody's there.
No one picked up the phone?
No one.
Well, I'll get her to pick up the phone. Maybe she's asleep. That would be really obnoxious. The baby's up. Gary, you got to stop whistling into the microphone.
I'm not. I'm really not. Somebody said Ralph's like the Cato of your house.
Somebody is whistling into my microphones. Yeah, maybe you're right. She's not picking up.
Well, no, the answering machine will come on in a second. It probably takes a second to reset, but then I, went through the message.
She's there. She's hiding from me.
Maybe she turned off the machine. So she didn't.
I'm calling a different number than you called.
What's happening out there?
Who knows? She might not want to be on the air. I was a real good husband this weekend, too. My brother-in-law came over. And he came over, and I hung out with him for a while. And then I made myself some dinner, and I went downstairs to my office, and then I got yelled at because my wife said I was being antisocial. And I just said, hey, come on, it's your brother. What's the big deal? I'm just... You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't know which brother-in-law you were talking about. It was
Bruce.
on her side.
Yeah, Bruce is always there.
Bruce lives here now, doesn't he?
Yeah, so I just said, hey, I went downstairs. I didn't feel like, I'm just, oh, you're being antisocial. I go, no, I'm not. I just felt like being alone for a few minutes.
For a few. How long were you down there?
About an hour.
And then you came back on your own accord?
Then I came back up and I hung out with everyone. I played some, we went outside, we played some basketball.
Uh-huh.
I played with my brother-in-law.
And this is what you consider being a good husband?
Well, I mean, I was part of the whole scene. And then on Sunday, my wife had some friends over and I sat outside with them.
Yeah.
And I was a real good husband. I sat with all the husbands and wives. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how much better can you be?
I don't know what she's looking for then.
I don't know. I thought I was a real good husband this week. I wanted her to evaluate me. I thought I was super. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to go to that Lollapalooza.
Well, now that I've heard the lineup, I certainly don't want to go.
Yeah, and plus to stand outside all day.
That was what was getting to me.
Yeah, that might be too much. It might require too much energy on my part. I think I'll stay home.
You know, that Woodstock idea doesn't appeal to me at
Yeah,
all.
me neither. Would you? I might actually get Woodstock on pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
I might actually do that because it seems like maybe there'll be some cool stuff going
Sure,
on.
it sounds like there could be some good acts.
But the idea of actually sitting out there with a bunch of morons.
For days?
Yeah, I mean like mutants. Total camping.
Ugh.
Loser-palooza. Loser-palooza.
Yeah. What do I want? While around on the dirt all day?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Hey, if you've got tickets to Lollapalooza, give them to me so I can give them to my niece.
Sure, no problem.
So I'll be a hero with her.
You got them.
All right. Is it festival seating where anyone just sits anywhere?
I have no clue. Just the idea of it was so confusing to me. I thought, I don't want to be there.
Right.
The publicist from Lollapalooza just called.
Yeah.
He said, you just get a letter to him, fax it to him, he'll get you tickets.
Really? Yeah, but I want to stand backstage.
Well, we could set that up, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't want to sit in the audience.
No, that couldn't happen. No, really, I would never let you do that.
It would be weird. Hey, Howard.
Just amazing.
But Woodstock just sounds like it's a total gathering of losers. That's what that's going to be.
Well, it was the first time. I don't see what the second time.
Yeah, I don't know why everyone's so nostalgic for Woodstock. It was just a bunch of a-holes. I mean, there were some cool groups there, but they weren't even cool yet.
No.
I found out what the, remember I was talking to you about Fleetwood Mac? They're going to be there?
Yeah.
I found out who's actually in the band now. Do you know who's in the Fleetwood Mac band?
Yeah, that one guy, the drummer.
Fleetwood Mac?
No.
Mick Fleetwood.
It's even stranger than that.
Oh.
It's Mick Fleetwood, John McVie. Those are the two, guys.
Okay.
Then it's Dave Mason, Bonnie Bramlett, and Billy Burnett.
Wow.
They're in Fleetwood Mac?
Yeah.
There's more people who are not in Fleetwood Mac than are.
I saw it advertised in the paper yesterday.
Oh, yeah? Well, you mean it's Dave Mason doing Fleetwood Mac songs?
Well, it just says Fleetwood Mac, and then it says featuring Dave Mason and those guys.
Are they going to do Dave Mason songs?
I don't know.
I say they should rename that Fleetwood Not.
Yeah.
Because I say if the only guy you got left in Fleetwood Mac is the drummer, that really doesn't count. That's like going to see the Beatles and it's Ringo.
Fleetwood Light.
Did you see there was a press conference on TV where they had like a real big fat Melanie? You know the one who did lay it down, lay it all down, let your white candles and leave the whole world. Do we have that record? Hey, Melody.
Probably not.
Hey, Melody, lay down your fork. Melanie. Whatever.
I got a brand new pair of roller skates.
I got a brand new pair of roller skates. What about you?
You got a brand new key.
I got a brand new key to my roller skates. It was a press conference. Big fat Melanie and I'm trying to remember. I think Richie Havens was there too.
Yeah, I know he's been making the rounds.
Because they're having a competing Woodstock. I want to know.
Bethel 94.
You need to find out everything about that.
I do?
Yeah, because why would somebody have a competing Woodstock with Melanie and Richie Havens? And
well, they're claiming that's the real site. They're going back to the place where Woodstock actually happened.
Yeah, because she says this is the real spirit of Woodstock right here, and I'm like, oh, dude.
Yeah, because they're all ghosts.
Just because you were there. I mean, let's get some new bands for the new Woodstock, okay?
Because I was just reading that Bethel 94 has added 11 more acts.
Who?
Besides Richie Havens, Melanie, Fleetwood Mac, Knott, and a couple of other
Fleetwood
people.
Knott.
They've got the Radiators.
Oh, they did get the radiators. Well, that's
Michael
different.
Hedges.
Oh, this should turn it around.
You Masakela.
You Masakela.
The,
Mama say, mama sa, mama sa, mama say, mama sa. That guy?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Bo Diddley, the Hatters, Stanley Jordan, the Smithereens, Subdudes, Big Mountain, Maceo Parker, Bella Fleck, and the Flecktones.
Big Mountain? Who's that?
I don't know.
That's not Mountain.
No, Big Mountain.
Big Mountain.
So maybe this is not Leslie.
Yeah. Damn. I mean, and but who's putting up the money for that? And who?
This is the Sid Bernstein.
Oh. Does he realize 7 people will be there?
He's very funny because he keeps saying, I put out a call to Paul, George, and Ringo, and they have faxed me that very cordially, very cordial, but they have faxed me that they are not available because of scheduling conflicts, but I still hold out hope.
Scheduling?
Boys, come, please,
Boys.
come.
Drop dead.
Scheduling conflicts. The Beatles haven't done anything in 20 years. They have a scheduling
and they're 50-year-old men.
Yeah, because of scheduling conflicts. No, they don't want to get together at your Woodstock.
They did answer my call.
Bethel 94. What is it?
Leslie is playing.
Oh, he is playing?
Yeah.
But who's Big Mountain?
Well, I don't know. I know he's playing with Noel Redding.
Oh.
It's Mountain. I don't know about Big Mountain.
No, well, maybe they got it wrong in the paper.
And I'm gonna play with him.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna jam with Leslie.
So you're gonna be up at
Bethel?
Yeah.
There's gonna be 7 people there.
There'll be more than that.
They got into a big conflict because they kept saying, this is the real Woodstock, this is the spirit of Woodstock. So the real Woodstock people sued them.
Is that right?
And so they have to stop saying all that stuff. I guess they sort of worked out some kind of a settlement. But they kept pointing out that they were targeting a different audience. They are going for an older crowd.
Where's the Melanie record, Fred?
He's still looking, I suppose.
They have it maybe in the music library.
Because Melanie was kind of cool because she was skinny and a real pretty girl. Yeah, she was sexy. She was singing, singing in this white outfit in the rain, and you could see her breast through the white outfit. And she's singing about the damn roller skates. Lay it down, lay it all down. Let your white what?
Bird. Dove or bird? White dove?
Let your white bird smile.
And the one something frown.
I don't know.
I'm going to take a look for it, though.
But it wasn't that she was any good. She just looked hot. What is it, Ganji?
I just want to say, Big Mountain, they're like this white Jamaican group. They have that Rasta hair. They have one song on MTV all the time.
All right. Thanks, Ganji. That's real important.
I just want to say,
there's a White Mountain. I want to say, a Big Mountain.
He lost 50 pounds and it didn't change his life.
Right. You still can't get girls.
He thought it was the weight holding him back.
Right.
It's his personality.
Maybe it's because I'm fat.
I don't know. New Woodstock. There's a
too many
brainstorm.
Woodstocks.
Yeah.
They're proliferating. They're growing.
I thought the Woodstock where everyone's going was a bad idea, let alone another Woodstock. And I'm just wondering, how much money are they going to lose on that?
Well, all I know is that they had to add a third day to this other Woodstock. It was selling so well.
Hey, we should have a Woodstock.
How would we do that?
Maybe there's money in it. How would we do that at your house?
How do we do that?
Over at your place.
No, you got a bigger place.
All right, we'll do it at my house in the backyard. Get some
you got to
people in
be
there.
outside. You see, it's got to be an outdoor festival.
Yeah, it'll be like Lollapalooza. Yeah, we're going to have a Woodstock, Robin.
All right.
Yeah.
Look at the money people would save on gas.
Right. They just have to drive out to the island. Go over to my place.
Instead of all the way up to state New York.
Yeah.
Here's Melanie.
Where's Melanie?
Finally, they found her. It's like mining to find Melanie.
Where's the Woodstock album? Alvin Lee. Playing with drumsticks on his guitar. Oh, cool. Let your white dove smile.
Bird smile up. I think it is bird.
Lay down, lay it down, lay it all down. Let your white bird smile up.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. wonder what she looks like doing it now, fat and everything.
I'm sure she's sitting, number one.
Sitting on a stool. No, maybe she's laying down. She lays it all down.
Get up, get up.
I haven't heard Melanie at Woodstock in 15 years, and I'm still sick of it. Same with Alvin Lee. How'd she do that with her voice?
This natural vibrato.
Lay down.
Hey, Billy, I saw you on The Tonight Show.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah. Billy went out to California to be on The Tonight Show.
Yes.
What happened there?
What happened? It was good. I had a good time.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think something happened, Howard?
No, well, I said to Billy before he went out there, you know, when you do an impression, because the first time Billy was on, he was doing a Jay Leno, and Billy does an excellent Jay Leno.
Yes, he does.
And, like, Billy started to do it, and Jay was giving him a bad vibe about it, so Billy stopped doing it. It was really funny. She just kept hammering away at it.
Yeah.
I said, Billy, don't lose confidence in your abilities. You're really funny. So Billy took that information, and he went on The Tonight Show again, but instead of doing Jay Leno over and over again, he decided he was going to do a Howard Stern impression.
Uh-huh.
Except Billy doesn't do Howard Stern. So Billy put on a wig like Howard Stern and glasses like Howard Stern.
Yeah.
And he started doing it. And Billy had like one or two lines, you know, and then he was ready to stop. If he did one or two lines, he would stop. But Billy took my advice and kept going and going and going with his Howard Stern no matter what. Yeah, he just kept going.
Yeah, and see, in performance art, you take off the pressure of having to be funny.
So Billy did like 7 minutes of Howard Stern.
Really?
And then he turns to Jay Leno and goes, hey, you want me to keep going? And Jay goes, no, I think you've done it long enough.
Oh, you never want anybody to say that.
No. And Billy was nervous because Bill Maher and Jay Leno were on either side of him, like the comedy experts.
Yeah.
Comedy royalty.
And Billy keeps saying, "Look, I'm not a stand-up comic. I'm not a stand-up comic. I'm not a stand-up comic." Every 2 minutes, just reminding everyone that he's not a stand-up comic. It's pretty funny.
Well, I told Billy that if he did an impression of me, that I'd kick him in the nuts.
I think you should have kept hammering away at the because you don't. Why'd you choose me out of all the characters you do? Why'd you do me?
I didn't know how long it was going to go, and I just figured that
he should have cut you off.
Dive in and out.
Why didn't you just stop?
He couldn't stop himself.
Once he gets going, he can't stop.
Because he had the wig and he had the glasses, and then he was like, "Hi, this is Howard Stern." You know, it was like
did
it was
he come
Billy.
out like that, or
no?
He sat there in the chair and did it.
Yeah.
Made this transformation.
Yeah. You got to see it.
I asked for it. I got to get a tape of that. I want to see.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
Well, I know you had a good
It was
time.
fun. The audience liked it.
All right.
Let me see this.
You got to watch it. Hey, Gary, don't give that back to Fred the Elephant Boy. Let Robin watch
let
it.
me see that.
But Billy was funny. Billy did a lot of funny stuff. He did his Larry from the Three Stooges, which he does is great, but he only does a line. Then he does Jay Leno. He does 2 or 3 lines of Jay Leno. Me, he does 10 minutes.
He did a soliloquy.
The one voice he doesn't do is me, and he does me for 10 minutes. I'll never figure you out. I never figure anyone out. What is it?
If you wanted, I just gave it to Scott to pull off.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, do
you want to hear Billy on The Tonight Show?
Yeah, why not? Doing you. I want to hear
It's not... It's the one impression he doesn't do. Do your Howard Stern right now.
Hey, Robin, I just farted.
I don't know.
Al Michaels.
Yeah, it wasn't Howard.
That was Al Michaels.
Who is that? Ed McMahon?
Yeah.
Al Michaels?
Call 1-800-52-STERN.
That's Billy.
Not you, Howard.
That's Billy's voice. So Billy's on The Tonight Show, and he starts doing me, the one thing he doesn't do. He does everyone impeccably. Do Larry from the Three Stooges.
Hey, Mo, I peed on my shoe.
Right,
See?
there you go.
Perfect.
Do Melanie.
Lay down, lay it all down.
Even that he does. Everything but me he can do.
Well, I couldn't do 7 minutes of Melanie.
So he does 7 minutes
don't do 7 minutes of anybody.
He does 7 minutes of me.
I didn't know how long it was going to go. I just thought I would dive in and out of it, but, it just...
You got caught in it.
Yeah, we got caught in it.
He kept going after the laugh, and...
You got to give it up.
Yeah. And the whole audience just went dead. They went into a coma.
That's a clue that you should stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good, too.
He's got a million voices.
All he had to do was keep repeating everything Jay said. It was driving Jay crazy.
Yeah. But we had told him that. You know, just do your J, because Jay hates it.
He doesn't listen to me. No one listens to me.
They don't recognize you. You're a talk show genius.
Lay down. You know how she sings like that? They put ice cubes in her private parts.
Is that right?
Yeah. That's how they get her to quiver.
I need more ice cubes.
Ice cubes.
Chilled Benoit balls.
Here's a big picture of Melanie saying she's on stage at the new Woodstock. And she says, would you like to hear Lay Down Candles or Brand New Key? There it is. There she is. Big fat Melanie. Hey, I got a brand new roller skate. I think she ate the roller skate.
Brand new figure. We were so close, there was no.
What's happening there?
You know, my CD player does this sometimes, too. You know, I was saying, isn't CD great? At least the record's not scratched up. And I listen to this CD. You can tell we played a lot on this station.
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, give me another hit of acid. It's starting to kick in.
This is how it sounded at Woodstock. Hey, man, that's cool.
Hey, cool. Where's that roller skating song?
Is that a Melanie album?
No, it's Super Hits of the 70s.
Oh.
I think you get this like if you call on TV.
Yeah.
I knew those CDs were cheap. Listen to it. Can't even play one lousy song. Look what's on this. Super Hits of the 70s. Tighter, Tighter. Whatever that is.
Yeah, I was going to say, what is that? I don't know that. Who did that?
Mungo Jerry in the Summertime. Mungo Jerry. Remember that guy?
In the summertime.
Maybe he ought to be at the Woodstock.
Yeah, why didn't he just get everybody on this album?
Wait, I can get that going. Yeah. This is like every song I hate.
Yeah, you need to hear this on CD.
Happy hippie. What's Neanderthal Man? Hot legs. What's that guy doing? They should put him at Woodstock.
Well, that's what I said. They should have just gone down the list of people on this album and put them there.
I think Melanie's missing the point. Like, Woodstock was about new music and new artists.
Yeah, it was just supposed to be this gathering of people to see some wacky bands that nobody had ever heard of before.
And I think what Melanie's thinking is, if you weren't at the original Woodstock, you shouldn't be...
At this one.
Shouldn't be at this new one.
Angry Melanie.
Yeah, like an angry Melanie. Finally, something to talk about. 25 years she's ready. You shouldn't go to the new Woodstock. They weren't at the real Woodstock.
The new Woodstock is a mall.
Big controversy in her life.
That's what they keep saying, that it's a mall.
We had integrity.
Yeah, keep dreaming.
And they've got the logo on just about everything. It's merchandising.
Yeah. They shouldn't make money.
Wish I could make some.
They should rename her. Now that she's fat, she should be Smellany.
Oh. How do you know she smells? Might be very clean.
I don't know.
Melanie.
Melanie. What's Neanderthal Man by Hot Legs?
This is a minor hit.
A minor hit?
Yeah.
Let's see how minor. Let's see if I know it.
They eventually became 10cc.
I mean,
right?
I'm a disc jockey. I should know that.
Yeah, I don't remember Neanderthal. Oh, yes, I do.
You're up on your Neanderthal stuff because I'm not. Hey, it's me. It's like a rabbi. I don't even know that song. Oh, Sugar Love, Green Eyed Lady. Boy, this is some album. Super hits of the 70s, Green Eyed Lady.
3 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I always like dancing to this song.
Sounds a little bit like electric comic books, don't they?
Yeah.
This is where you were headed.
No wonder I never got laid in the 70s. I used to go to clubs and dance to this. Like, hey, want to dance?
Green-eyed lady.
Green-eyed lady.
Lovely lady.
Lovely lady. This is like a bad pickup artist. Let's take Steve Ross here. Green-eyed lady. Lovely lady.
Beautiful lady.
Beautiful lady.
Strolling slowly towards the sun.
Yeah, green-eyed lady going toward the sun. She's going toward the sun. What's that all about? Green-eyed lady. Wholesome lady. Beautiful lady. Beautiful. What?
You want to talk about bad songs from the 70s? You realize that's like volume 2 of a 20 CD set?
Is that right?
They just go on and on.
Here, I'll show you. Hey, here's a good one. Indiana Wants Me. Remember that one?
Oh, yes. Lord, I can't go back there.
Ardeen Taylor.
Right. Ardeen Taylor with you? Oh, yeah. The siren. Indiana Wants Me. Who wrote this?
Indiana wants me.
Lord, I can't go back there.
Indiana.
How come he couldn't go back there? He was under arrest?
He was wanted or something. Wasn't he, like, running from the law?
Yeah. Then the guy tried to have another hit with Ohio Can Kiss My Ass. And then
Go in there either?
Yeah, he couldn't go there. I'm not going to Ohio either.
Nebraska sucks.
What crime did he commit?
I don't remember. All I remember is that refrain.
Who cared?
Guy was desperate for another hit. Do you remember that song, Fred? Texas Blows? It was a minor hit. Ardeen Taylor.
This one has Arizona.
Oh, does it?
Remember that one?
Yeah. Montego Bay.
Oh, man.
Jeez, the 70s was horrible.
Come sing me, Montego Bay.
You forget all these bad songs.
Hey, let me take a break. We'll play more bad songs, then we got to do the news. But I'm on a bad song roll here. Let me take a short break. We'll be back right after this.
I'm not interested in Howard Stern. I think he's disgusting, gross,
shut up.
obnoxious, obscene.
That's not right.
And I don't like him at all.
Election 94.
You don't like me at all.
Stern Show.
Thank you.
That's not right. If you don't have something nice to say, just don't say anything at all.
Yeah. You don't have to be mean. I'm not doing the radio show like this tomorrow. We got to have a lighting meeting. This is crazy.
Well, you keep changing the lights. The lights were fine.
I know. I feel like I'm on trial.
You're being tortured.
Yeah, I will pay big money just to get that light out of my face right now. Oh. Somehow we were talking about Big Fat Melanie and Richie Havens and the alternative Woodstock, and now I'm thinking maybe I'm going to throw a Woodstock with just bad artists of the 70s. Like the lineup will be...
Find that guy with Mungo Jerry.
Yeah, Mungo Jerry. Edison Lighthouse from The Love Grows Where My Rosemary Goes. Like all those artists would show up.
Sure, why not? Nobody else is calling them. Who's calling?
It would be really bad. It'd be called like duty stock. Turd stock. What song were we talking about during the commercials that was real bad from the 70s? Me and You and a Dog Named Boo?
That was the 70s too?
Oh yeah, Lobo.
He made us work, but he paid us for what it was worth. Me and you and a dog named Boo, traveling and living off the land.
Me and you and a dog named Boo.
I love being a free man.
I got that song. We can play it too.
Happy hippies.
Oh. Here, listen to this. Here's a good one. Wait. I hate this CD player, but...
What was the name of this group? I remember this.
Edison Lighthouse.
Listen to those strings.
My love grows where my rosemary goes. That bet you all these guys think when they have their first hit that this is just the beginning. It's going to be a big career.
That's right. Now I've been discovered. Now all I have to do is keep cranking them out.
Yeah, because I once ran into the bass player from a group called Steam. They did na 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 hey kiss me goodbye. I ran into him at a gym, and I said, "Yeah, what happened to you guys?" He goes, "Well, I own a gas station."
Oh.
But
nothing is what happened to me.
Because he was telling me, like, they thought they were going to be big.
Yeah.
You know, after a song like that, they were huge.
They were the whitest songs ever written.
Yeah. What do you got? What?
I found a brand new key by Melanie if you need it.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, it's on this set here.
What number?
It's right. No, it's on this one right here.
Yeah, what number? Give me the CD.
Number 4. I thought you would. It's right after 110 Soldier, the theme from Billy Jack.
Listen, people, to our story that was written long ago.
How does this stupid thing work? There were artists.
Sitting here thinking to myself, you used to just sing those songs with those stupid lyrics.
And now think about it.
And not even think about it.
You know what? In all fairness, there there were artists in the 60s. I remember it was 1969. It was December 28th. There were artists rushing into the studio to record their songs so they wouldn't be trapped in the 70s.
Did you see in today's paper that Sid Bernstein is pulling out of his
Woodstock?
No.
Yeah, it's right here.
What?
Oh,
He's having trouble with his partners.
Oh, dear.
Promoter Sid Bernstein is a driving force behind a Woodstock anniversary concert planned at the original site. Said he's pulling out because of problems with his partners. But local officials said his absence won't mean the 2-day Bethel 94 concert will be called off. The Bethel concert is one. I wonder what losers go to the Bethel concert instead of. Like,
why do you keep calling it Bethel? It's not a temple.
What is it?
Bethel.
Bethel?
Bethel.
The Bethel concert. I thought it was a temple.
I know 2 people that.
I thought Rabbi Schneerson was going to be there.
Bethel.
I can tell you 2 people that'll probably almost be there for sure.
Who?
There's one guy that used to intern here who's totally obsessed with Woodstock. Remember, he showed you the videotape?
Yeah.
He used to go up every year.
Yeah, but he goes to lame Woodstocks. He goes to, like, where there's 3 people.
And probably, our sales guy, Bucky?
Yeah.
He's really into that whole scene.
What?
Bucky?
Bucky?
Yeah, he lives up that way.
Wait a second. You're telling me Bucky, the former Army sergeant?
Bucky wouldn't go to Woodstock.
But he's into the old 60s music.
Bucky looks like a guy who would kill the hippies at Woodstock.
And I think he might have gotten 1 or 2.
Hey, let's go to Woodstock and kill hippies. Get that flower out of my gun.
Maybe I'll find those few I missed.
You know what he told Stutter and John?
What?
He said he looked at Stutter and John. He goes, you're not a bad guy, but I used to beat the crap out of long hairs like you in the 60s.
That's right.
Yeah, why would he go to Woodstock?
Yeah, it's the last place I'd expect Bucky to be. So Sid, a driving force. I think what they mean was Sid was going to drive the axe to the...
Sid was killing it.
A driving force. Hey, Melanie will be there, though.
I rode my bicycle past your window last night.
This was kind of cute when she was thin and really hot.
Skated to your door at daylight. It almost seems like you're avoiding me.
Tiny Tim with boobs.
I'm okay alone, but you got something I need. I got a brand new pair of roller skates. You got a brand new key.
Now it sounds like Caterwaul.
Yeah, right.
I will tell you that I once tried to book her for Whatever Happened To about 7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And the only thing is I remember I had to leave a message at an antique shop in New Jersey somewhere.
You know what it is? All these volumes look the same, and I can't... Trying to see Ma Belle Amie. Remember that one?
Oh, Ma Belle Amie.
Was that the one? Ma Belle Amie. No.
Yeah,
no. Is that? No?
No, it was worse.
There's a guy who sounded like an actor.
Ma Belle Amie.
Oh, yeah.
You were a child of the sun and the sky and the deep blue sea. Ma Belle Amie.
What a dick.
Boy.
Whenever you got to resort to French.
You were the answer on all my questions before we're through.
Who sang that?
The tea set.
Froggy LaFou.
What's Reflections of My Life?
Oh,
Reflections of.
You know that one in a second.
You want to shoot yourself.
That's like the most depressing song ever written.
Really?
I don't remember any of these just by the title.
That and Alone Again Naturally.
Oh, now I remember this.
Oh, yeah.
I danced to this. I know this song.
The changing of sunlight to moonlight, reflections of my life.
I'm telling you, I'm going to throw a bad stock.
How many people were there who had these one hits?
I'm going to get all these guys together. It's going to be the biggest thing ever at my house.
25.
I'm going to have at least 50 people there.
25. Do you want Sylvia's mother?
Oh, yeah, that's great. Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show?
Yeah, this is number 4.
Sylvia's mother.
And the operator says, "What is this, Mom? For the next 3 minutes, please."
These guys actually had 2 hits.
Sylvia's mother says Sylvia's busy.
And didn't you think Dr. Hook was the guy who wore the patch over his eye?
Right.
But that wasn't Dr. Hook.
That's not?
No, Dr. Hook was like a different guy.
You talking about in the band?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
All
guy with the
I
patch
know-
was Ray Sawyer.
Oh,
right.
All I know is that, people were complaining about music in the 80s.
Yeah.
We should have been embarrassed.
And don't you think the guy with the patch was the lead singer, but he wasn't?
Yeah, you would think he'd be. I mean,
He used to play the tambourine.
Dr. Hook.
He was just like a guy who looked cool.
You thought he was a big deal.
Right.
He didn't even sing.
Did he really have one eye?
I think so.
Yeah, but he didn't sing.
I could have sworn I saw the guy with the patch sing once.
No, he had a tambourine.
That's it.
He was like Flo from the Turtles.
Maybe he tuned a guitar once in a while.
Yeah.
It was like a roadie with.
But he was like their spokesman.
Yeah.
And I used to see him on Mike Douglas all the time. Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show. And then, Mike would all freak out because these were like hippies.
Yeah.
And they were wild guys.
He was a wild guy.
Yeah, Mike would get down with them. Be wild. Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show would show up. He'd be grooving with young people.
And who was that other group he had on? The guy who used to play the mandolin?
Oh, Seals and Crofts.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the
Used to
time.
have them on all
young
the
people.
time.
Seals and Crofts actually had a happening career until the guy came on and said he was against abortion, and everyone bailed out on him.
Too busy to come to the phone.
Sylvia's mother says Sylvia's trying Sylvia.
to start a new life of her own.
His great acting job's coming up a crying.
Yeah. Wait till he cries. This is really good.
Sylvia's mother says Sylvia's happy. So why
Wonder where these guys are now.
Here it comes.
Yeah, he starts crying.
And the operator says 40 cents more for the next 3 minutes,
It's like bad Kenny Rogers, if there is such a thing.
It's redundant.
Yeah.
I do. If you really want to get to really, really bad,
All right, one more, because then I got to do the news.
There's 2 more, and it's going to
I'm
be
on a
hard
schedule.
to choose. You could either do the Lord's Prayer. Remember that was a big hit in the 70s?
I don't even know that one. Let me see
Or
that.
RS2.
Oh, RS2 I know, but I don't know Lord's Prayer.
Lord's Prayer is
number
number 10.
Oh, there's got to be worse than that.
Oh, it's pretty hard to
No,
do.
the worst song in the 70s was Kung Fu Fighting. Everyone knows that. There's no argument when it comes to that.
Oh, boy.
Everybody is Kung Fu Fighting. That set back Kung Fu schools like 20 years.
I saw that guy in American Bandstand lip syncing that in like a Kung Fu outfit.
Yeah, right. A Kung Fu
Yeah,
and
he
a
had to
karate
run around
outfit.
in the karate
Yeah,
dome.
he got into a whole karate motif.
No song should have either of those 2 little jingles on it that had both of them back to back.
What?
Should have been beat up.
What song is this?
No, you're looking for number 10.
That is number 10. That's the one you said.
Well, I don't think this is the Lord's Prayer.
They called this a hit?
Good guitar work. That's the Lord Prayer?
Oh, I guess
Oh,
it's
yes.
You don't even know this song.
I thought it was
Give me that record. I can't go by you. You're retarded.
I thought it was a different version. I knew the other version. Number 8.
RS2.
Arrest them all.
Yeah, 2 is not enough.
Eres tú. Used to really annoy me when songs in other languages would make hits. Hey, how about The Streak? Eres tú.
Como una promesa, eres tú.
I wonder what Eres tú means. Eres tú. Eres tú. Eres tú.
Como una sonrisa.
Oh, the language of love.
Give me my green card.
Así, eres tú.
You took this language. Tell me what it means.
I think it means my fishing gear is in the kitchen, according to my Spanish that I learned. Eres tú, eres tú. Hey, we got a lot of Spanish dudes running around here.
Yeah, somebody ought to know what it means.
Yeah, because of EEO. So why don't you ask one of them what it means?
Wait, doesn't it say in parentheses?
Eres tú, touch the wind.
No.
There's no way that's what it means.
It is. No. Touch the wind. Eres tú. Hey, touch this wind right here.
If you go to CD2, Howard, I did put in Kung Fu Fighting for you.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I know I'm going to get these artists together all in one place. We're going to call it the Worst Stock.
And we'll be the only ones there.
Yeah, and
nobody's going to show.
Right? No, they will. And we'll show the artists like no respect. You make them walk through the crowd before they go on.
Set up their own instruments.
Yeah, you put the Porto. Hey. Hi.
Ruthie.
Right. Ruthie, you know. Hey, Ruthie.
I went to get my breakfast.
What is Howard wants to know, what does Eres tú mean?
Eres tú is it you?
I thought it was touch the wind.
See, they don't even have the translation right.
Ruthie, how do you say touch the wind in Spanish?
Touch the wind. Tocar
the wind.
La brisa.
Tocar la brisa?
Yes.
And what's this woman yapping about here? Wait a second. Listen to this. By the way, Ruthie's one hot number. May I say? Hey, Ruthie, you married or what? You're single?
Very single.
Hard to believe. Do you date?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't imagine
What
you
do
don't.
you date? Yes, of course you date.
You don't even have a boyfriend or anything?
Should I consider him a boyfriend?
So you do. Man, Ruthie's hot. She's got to be yapping about something important. Do you have any idea what she's saying?
You got to keep playing it.
No, really?
Yeah.
That's the funny thing with Spanish.
You got to keep listening before you can figure out what's going on?
Even if you're Spanish.
There's like 87 different dialects.
What's así?
It's like... Así. It's like... It's there.
Oh, really?
You know, she did say something about the wind, but...
So basically she's yakking about nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not like...
That's what I thought. I thought it was a big scam.
Yeah, I thought this was a serious song.
Yeah.
It's cheesy. She doesn't say anything.
See, Ruthie, I never knew you were Spanish.
Yes.
I thought you were black.
No.
You're not?
I'm dark-skinned.
You are dark.
I'm black. Another dentist.
No, you're black Spanish. You're a black woman who's
dark-skinned Spanish.
I think that means you're black, though. I've been thinking about this whole controversy because lately a lot of...
It's a controversy for you.
No, there's a lot of black people who've been saying to me, I'm not black, I'm Spanish. I just figured it out. It's black people who lived in a Spanish...
They don't speak English as
right.
their first language.
It's black people who speak Spanish. Right?
So that's how you want to put it.
Yeah, you're black.
But then but she's not.
But you're not like the blacks.
But what do those Jamaicans and Haitians? Don't all them? They say they're West Indian. They're not black.
But no, they're black. They admit to being black.
Do they say they're black?
No, let me tell you. I'll give you a quick racial rundown because Ruthie's even confused about this. Let me just make everybody clear on this on race. Everybody is black, Jamaican,
Haitians, Bahamians.
They're all black.
Mm-hmm.
What the problem is, like the Jamaicans...
Puerto Ricans.
Right, the Jamaicans hate the American blacks because the American blacks have a bad attitude about work, about everything. So they hate the American blacks. So they see themselves as black, but they're different than American blacks. They're Jamaicans, and they don't want to be called American blacks. They want to be called Jamaicans.
They want to make sure you know they're from somewhere else.
In Ruthie's case, Ruthie grew up... Where did you grow up, Puerto Rico?
No way.
Where'd you grow up?
Born and raised in the Bronx, but my parents are from Dominican Republic.
Okay.
How do you get that accent, born and raised in the Bronx?
I don't know.
My parents are Dominican, but I was raised with Puerto Ricans.
Right.
So I have that,
Yeah, well, don't lose that accent or else Infinity has to fire you. They hire you because you have that. That's right. You'll lose that. We need that.
Got you in the door.
That's why she actually was talking the other day. She has a British accent. She just got rid of it.
You're
right. She didn't even know. Just at work. Right. So anyway.
You see, she didn't know what that woman was singing about because she didn't even speak the language.
Hey, I don't think Ruthie really speaks Spanish.
wait.
I know.
I read, write, speak.
Mi sabio se pesca la cocina?
Yeah, but Dominican Spanish is different than, like, if you were to go to Spain, that's a whole different Spanish.
Yeah, well, no. Let me just say something, though. Let me clear up the whole racial thing. So in Ruthie's case, Ruthie, while she's Dominican, is a black Dominican.
Where's Dominica?
In Dominican.
It's near Puerto Rico, I think.
Dominican Republic.
So that's not the West Indies?
What is Dominican Republic, anyway? What are they known for? Sugar cane? Sugar cane and hash?
Drug trafficking.
They claim that Christopher Columbus should be buried there. I know that.
They do?
Yeah.
Well, why is
they
he
tried to kill him, but he got away.
Ruthie's from there. She don't want to be buried there. Why should Christopher Columbus be buried there?
They somehow think that he... I don't know. I remember reading a big article. They think he belongs there.
Where is he buried?
I don't know. Where is he buried?
Who knows?
The Bronx.
Maybe.
You think he's buried in the Bronx?
I've heard a story.
You don't even know.
He's under Giant Stadium.
Him and Jimmy Hoffa. So, Ruthie, what I'm saying is, and I figured this out, like Dennis is from Puerto Rico, but he's a black Puerto Rican.
See, he's not from Puerto Rico either. He grew up right here. Didn't he?
Yes, but his parents are from Puerto Rico.
Okay.
So while he's Puerto Rican, he is a black Puerto Rican. Ruthie is a black
Dominican.
But she's black. But in order to... but she doesn't want to be thrown in...
We're black.
Excuse me. Ruthie doesn't want to be thrown in...
But wait
with
a minute.
Yes, all Dominicans are black.
Are black. Okay, that's
but
what I wanted
Ruthie doesn't want to be thrown in with American blacks, so she is Dominican. She identifies with Dominican. There's an American black who doesn't speak Spanish that basically no one wants to be associated with.
Yeah, but the Puerto Ricans, at least there's the variations in color, so that's, that's what's going on there.
We have light-skinned Dominicans. Like, for example, my mother's Gary's color.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know a Dominican.
But Gary's very dark. I'm not convinced Gary's white.
But I know. No, I had a friend in junior high school who was Dominican, and he looked a lot like me. You wouldn't think he was black at all.
That poor bastard.
We think
he
you're
looks like you.
No, you think I'm Spanish.
Like, I have very, very light skin, lighter than Jackie or Bill.
Really?
Like, really white Dominicans.
Because you have white features.
I do?
Yeah, you could model. I'm telling you, Ruthie, you're wasting your time. What do you do here anyway?
I stuff your paycheck in envelopes.
You must have a pretty big hand to do that. But I'm saying I'm telling you, you should be modeling. Let me talk to you after
I
this.
graduated from modeling school years ago.
Oh, really?
I'm not too thrilled about that.
You don't think Ruthie could be a model?
She's gorgeous. Why not? Why don't you don't like modeling? No?
I like acting.
You do? I might put you in my movie, Ruthie. I never got a good look at you before.
She can get all the roles Rosie Perez couldn't get.
That's right. What is it, Ganji?
Ruthie was a model at one time.
Oh, let me see.
Oh, that cheesy picture.
Oh, there's Ruthie's modeling portfolio.
Let me see that. I never saw that.
There you go. There's Ruthie.
So that's Ruthie. Use that as scrap paper.
Where's your lingerie outfit?
Yeah, you didn't pose correctly.
Let's see. Age range 16 to 24, height 5'8", dress 8, eyes brown, 35B, 25, 36.
I'm fat now.
It says here 120. You don't
you don't want to know how much I weigh now. You won't believe
We
it.
had this discussion. We put her on a scale last week.
Tell him, Gary.
She weighs a lot more than she looks. But
Really?
She's not but she doesn't look fat.
You know what's amazing? If you sit on my lap, I can tell you exactly how much you weigh.
All right, but how is the scale?
Yeah, I can do that. You have to be nude when you do it. You might not want to be...
yeah, you don't want to have those clothes.
Yeah, your clothes will throw off the weight. So, maybe I'll put you in my movie. Are you a good actress?
Yeah,
Could you pretend to be like my horny wife?
maybe.
All right.
Your horny Dominican wife?
Yeah. In my movie, I have a Dominican wife. It's a really good movie. I'll be shooting it back in the office later. But I heard you played softball the other night better than Scott, the engineer. Yeah.
Actually look damn better in shorts.
Yeah. Well, anyway, what I'm trying to say is there are many black people running around on the street who are not American black, and I think a lot of them would like to disassociate themselves from the American blacks. You feel you're better than the American blacks, right?
I don't...
You could say it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I know.
No, but not in a bad way. Come on.
No,
you're better not in a bad
way. You're saying you're better in a good way.
A better reputation.
Right. In other words, the Dominican blacks
have a better reputation.
Believe it or not, yes. The Dominican Americans are harder working than the American blacks, that kind of thing, right?
Yes, but
all those island people say they work hard.
Right.
Their bad side, like they're selling drugs and,
right.
you know, they're lazy, they don't like to work. I mean, we have our bad Dominicans as well.
Really? Can't believe that. But your parents have like 2 jobs each, right?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, no?
No.
One job between them?
Well, my mother, she's in public assistance.
Right.
My father, I have no idea where he's at.
Oh, really? Oh, boy. Well, you might not be better than the American
I
blacks.
wouldn't be putting myself on a pedestal.
Yeah, right. Don't put yourself up on a pedestal. But look how well you're doing. That's the point, Ruthie.
Yeah, put your paychecks in there.
That's right. You're putting paychecks in envelopes.
No.
Nothing wrong with
Only in America.
You've never gotten it wrong yet, I'll tell you that. Only in America.
Yeah, have you been getting your money?
Yes, I have. On time, thanks to Ruthie. Thank you, Ruthie. All right, Ruthie, thanks for the translation. And it's good to see Ruthie adding
Now let me have my breakfast.
a little inside scoop to the show today.
And we got to learn about another culture, the Dominican.
Bye, Ruthie.
Now, as far as I know, the Dominican Republic...
Wait a second, I'm still soaking Ruthie in this.
That's some
Don't want to bore you with geography.
What is that?
You want to see my B cup?
What is it?
Well, there's a lady on the phone that wants to speak to Ruthie about her being Puerto Rican and being Dominican and raised by Puerto Ricans.
What?
She's pissed.
What are you
Why would she be mad?
Why are you mad, ma'am?
Hi.
What are you mad about?
No, I just want to know. Her parents are Dominican.
Right.
And she's saying she's Puerto Rican.
No, she said she's Dominican.
No, she said she was raised by Puerto Rican. She was raised Puerto Rican.
With Puerto Rican.
No, you said
she was raised
Puerto Rican.
She knows what she said. She was raised with Puerto Ricans in a Puerto Rican community.
Up in a Puerto Rican neighborhood.
Oh, because she's saying she's not Dominican.
No.
No, she's Dominican.
You should go back and listen to the radio again.
No, I did. I heard it. That's why I called, because I heard what she said.
No, well, you misunderstood.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, thank you. Poor Ruthie, you don't even know your father, huh?
Oh, I know him. He just, I don't know, just took off.
Right.
You don't know where he is now?
Maybe he could be in Dominican Republic or Miami.
Well, I have a surprise for you, Ruthie. Your father is here right now.
You're right. Mm-hmm.
Hola, Ruthie.
Now, why did you...
¿Cómo está? ¿Por qué te pusiste mi etiqueta roja?
Why did you abandon Ruthie?
I don't know.
Why? She's a lovely woman. Don't you want to be around your daughter?
Well, maybe I like to be around her now that she is grown up.
Oh, that's terrible.
She wouldn't kiss me, so I move away.
Well,
Adios, Ruthie.
But you love Ruthie and...
I love Ruthie. Oh, Cisco.
And why did you leave Ruthie at the time? Were you...
Why'd you leave Ruthie's mother?
Right.
I'm sick of her mother.
You were sick of everyone?
Sick of everyone.
Sick of everyone? You needed a new start?
I had to be a true Dominican and leave my family.
You were raised to leave. Did your father leave you?
My father left me.
And did his father?
I left him before him.
I see. I get you.
And what was a long line of family leavers?
And you say your father's name is what? What is your father's name?
I had to leave, Howard. I almost got a job.
No, but you're proud of the way Ruthie turned out?
Very beautiful. Look at it. She's a beautiful girl.
Yes.
She's beautiful. I would be proud to impregnate her. And I would pay for the abortion.
Well, that's very wonderful.
Because you are so beautiful, Ruthie.
Ruthie, I have a suspicion this is not your real father, is it?
You don't recognize him, do you?
No way.
No way, that is not your father.
Well, my father wouldn't do that anyway.
No, of course not.
Tenemos un hombre que habla español, Ruthie. I'm trying to talk love talk to Ruthie.
Ruthie, are you feeling romantic toward this imposter at all? I don't think so. Ruthie, obviously confused by you.
Ruthie, let your padre tongue kiss you.
Oh. Well, I don't think she's going to take you up on that offer.
You guys are crazy.
You are very dark-skinned, I noticed, though, aren't you, sir?
You see?
Yes, and your mother must be light-skinned, Ruthie, right?
Very.
Very light-skinned.
My father, he's like, beyond, he's midnight black.
Midnight black.
Wesley Snipes, that dark.
Darker than Wesley Snipes.
Like, yes.
Because Wesley Snipes is so black, he's almost purple.
Wesley Snipes is black.
He is past black. Do you know what?
Most black people are brown, but Wesley Snipes is black.
Wesley Snipes looks purple sometimes on screen. I'm serious. He's so black.
That's the lighting, that
highlight. Yeah, that's right. Maybe that's why it's hard to find your father. He's so black.
He just sort of...
You know what? He's real dark, like real midnight black, but he's, I swear to God, Clark Gable.
Really?
Nice thin nose, thin lips, high cheekbones, handsome, but very dark.
Because you're
very
so pretty. I mean, I can imagine that your father would be ugly. Robin wants to date with your father.
Oh, yeah, the guy from His Wife. That's who I want
Midnight
to
black, but nice features.
Very dusky.
His personality and character means nothing to me.
Is he remarried, do you know?
I think I have no idea.
No idea.
Do you know that you might have other brothers and sisters around the world that you don't know?
Ruthie, I have a surprise for you. Here is your brother that you never met. This is Rocky, your brother. Go ahead, Rocky.
Yo, Ruthie, let me lick your ear. She tastes like your madre.
That Rocky sounds Mexican.
Right. How many impressions do you think we can do? All right, Ruthie, thank you. We're going to take a commercial break. Robin will do the news. Thank you, Ruthie, for the interpretation of Eres tú. What is that? What is that?
Ruthie.
All right, very good. We'll be back right after these words. Robin, we're in news time now.
That's right, Howard.
And it's time to find out what's going on in the world. So what is going on in the world?
Well, we're possibly going to invade Haiti.
What a waste of time.
Big news today. We have run out of patience, apparently, with the military government there.
Why have we run out of patience?
Because the
I'm very
Haitians
patient.
keep trying to come here.
You just throw them out.
Well, we can't keep throwing them out and having them jump back on a boat and come back, I suppose.
So when are we supposed to invade Haiti?
Well, the UN this weekend took a vote and said now they would back any kind of invasion. And I understand that the government of Haiti has now called some kind of an alert. You know, they were on a state of emergency. Now they've called a state of siege in preparation for what they think will be an American invasion.
Do we need guns for this invasion? I mean, I can't imagine that.
What should we go in with, Howard?
Yeah, go in, just stroll in with a visa. I don't know. Yeah, baton.
In the marching band.
Go in with baseball bats. Make it fair, at least. Where are we going into? Port-au-Prince? Port-au-Prince. That must be a hellhole. Can you imagine how bad it is? Like, everyone's just, like, jumping on boats with their kids and everything.
Well, there are two Haitis, you know. There's the very wealthy Haiti and then the very poor Haiti. So I suppose the rich part is pretty good.
It's probably pretty nice. But, so we're going to invade. It's so stupid, isn't it? I mean, who cares about Haiti? Let them all go to hell. Haiti. Junky place.
Doesn't it sound like hell, Haiti?
Yeah, Hades. Yeah, Hades.
It is hell. I expect it to be nice.
Yeah, Hades.
You live in hell. Supposed to be like hell.
Hades.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what we expect to happen next.
Bring them, yeah.
Oh, screw the Haitians. Seriously, do they?
Screw the Haitians,
all right. Do they provide anything to us, or?
Yes, more people.
Yeah, they provide people. That's their major export. People.
Hated blood, yeah.
And voodoo. We get our voodoo.
Chicken bones.
Yeah, but that's right. Maybe some more Haitians will come into the country so we can get chicken bone religion.
Powdered root. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, that'll be good.
Powdered root.
Yeah, we need them.
We haven't had any really good voodoo people.
Well, maybe we'll be lucky and get all their great scientists, and they'll come over here and help develop better stuff for us.
No, they're great religious people.
Yeah.
They come up with these great religions.
Yeah, they come over with a great religion. They don't have any great artists. They don't have any great scientists. They don't have any great anything except...
Well, it's kind of hard to be great when you're starving, I suppose.
Yeah, they have great religion. Wacky.
Why they don't think this religion is worthless? They can't get rid of that government. Or the government has better voodoo than they have.
Yeah. I mean, we would let these people in the country if we could find something great. The only thing great they have is a great hunger. I mean, we would let them in if they had anything great.
They have a yearning.
A yearning. A yearning to be free.
That's what they're good at.
Yearning to drive cab.
So what do we do? Like, they get on a boat now. What do? We turn them around?
That's what we have been doing, and then, the courts get into it and say, well, that's not right. You can't turn them around, and you can't put them on Guantanamo, and
sure
you can't do this. You got to let the AIDS sufferers in.
Oh, my God.
Craziness. So if we're going to make them stay in Haiti, I guess we got to give them a better government.
We ought to drop termites on their boats.
Have them sing? Is that what you want?
Hey, man, we're going to sing now. The termites are eating the hole. And it's always amazing to me. It's horrible conditions over there, but every person's got like 900 children. And it's like, at no time do they ever go, God, life really sucks here. Let's not bring any kids into it. I just want to be on my own and maybe fend for myself. No,
well,
they need
Howard, they wouldn't have a problem if they had that kind of forethought.
Can you imagine? It shows you the drive to procreate is unbelievable.
You keep saying it's a drive to procreate.
It is.
I say it's a drive to have sex.
No, it's a drive to have children. I even see in these Biafra, they got children with flies around their heads.
It's a drive to have
and they
sex.
say to these people, here, take these sterilization, eat this food, it'll sterilize you. It's a birth control thing for a month. No, we have a religion. We want our children. They're rabbits.
These people have never even talked to anybody.
Oh, yes, they have. They've talked to birth control counselors. I know everything about everything. Don't tell me.
All they want to do is have a moment of pleasure, and then they go, oops, what's this?
Ooh, baby.
I'm going to have a baby? Oh, God, what do I do now?
Ugh. What a mess.
Anyway, that's what's going on in Haiti. I don't know. Nobody's saying when there'll be an invasion.
Let me ask you something.
But at least we got the go-ahead from the rest of the world.
When these kids are born, are there flies immediately around their head?
They're born with flies.
Yeah, like do the flies come out of the woman's private area, their vagina?
They come with their own flies.
Right. It's in the genes.
It's a thing that's been going on for centuries, where the woman gets pregnant, she gets her own set of flies to go along with the baby. It's pretty sad, too, because in Rwanda I've heard stories of, they have these massive piles of bodies.
Yeah.
People dropping dead of cholera and dysentery and other things. And every once in a while you come by and just by accident, just as they're about to shovel a whole group of bodies into a grave, they'll find, like one baby alive in this whole pile of dead people.
Wow. Hey, that's fun work.
It's horrible. We were...
and, that's a case of...
thinking of sending troops into that area because we want to protect the supplies coming in.
Black people in this country are screaming about O.J. Simpson. They're not worried about the brothers in Rwanda. That's what drives me crazy when I see these O.J. Simpson money donations and people writing letters. I never saw people get worked up over O.J. Simpson. It's unbelievable. Now, Rwanda might be a good cause. I don't know. What do I know? Nobody feeling too philanthropic. O.J. they're worried about. The O.J.
Well, like I said, it's easy to help O.J. He doesn't need money.
Right. Nobody wants to chip in.
Behind him, all you do is write a little sign. Go O.J. Or we're with you, O.J.
American blacks not known for their charities toward black countries, are they?
Well, that's not true. I
really?
mean, we did a lot for South Africa.
Oh, yeah, that's because it was the white man. I mean, let's face it.
Yes, you got to have a white adversary.
If it's black people killing each other, nobody cares. But if it's a white man doing it, everyone's in an uproar.
That's right.
Oh, boy. Well, I'll tell you something. I was so moved. I'm sending $10 to Rwanda.
Gee, Howard, do you think you can spare it?
Have you sent anything? No.
Yes.
Oh, no?
Yes.
Okay, how much?
I give to charities all the time.
To Rwanda?
I didn't happen to give to Rwanda.
All right, that's what I want to know. All right, so there's my $10.
But I just got a letter from Amnesty International the other day asking for more bucks because of the Rwanda situation, and certainly I will respond.
You mean they ran out of the $18 you donated the last time?
I beg your pardon, I've been supporting them for years.
Oh, for God's sake.
To a great degree. I found out today, though, that they're against the death penalty. And I don't want my money being used for that, so somehow I'll have to inform them.
Check off a little box.
I like the death penalty.
Yeah, we're all for that.
I forget. I don't know. There's some state that's about to have an execution. They're going to be executing 3 people at once.
Cool. Did you see that article in the paper over the weekend, famous last words from people who were executed?
No, I didn't see that.
Not one of them says anything profound. It's great. As soon as the guy's going to be executed, they
They sort of blubber, huh?
Like Gary Gilmore, you know what his last statement was?
What?
Let's do it.
Well, that was good. That was profound enough.
There you go. Nobody has anything relevant to say.
Oh, you think they're going to get smart just before they die?
Maybe there's a little something.
But anyway, this one state wants to kill 3 people at once. They were all involved in the same crime.
Oh, cool. Sit them on each other's lap in the electric chair. 2
of them have asked the governor to commute their sentences. And Amnesty International, I understand, is one of the groups trying to intercede on their behalf. And I thought, gee, I don't want my money going for that.
No kidding.
All of a sudden, the people who commit murders don't believe in the death penalty. They believed in it up until they were given the death penalty.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not my problem. As you said earlier today, Jim Carrey sitting on top of the world. His movie opened at #1, Mask, making $23 million in its opening weekend.
Robin showed me a picture of the new girlfriend, Jim Carrey's new girlfriend. Holy cow. No wonder he dumped a wife and kid. You should see, she's wearing a little belly shirt.
A little bippy top.
What is her name?
Lauren Holly.
Lauren Holly. 2 first names. And she's...
absolutely gorgeous, right?
Yeah, He's got his arms wrapped around her.
Got his arm around that belly.
You're not kidding. I'd like to put my arm on that belly.
You know, it's one of those bellies you'd say is perfect for one of those little rings, those little
belly rings. Little belly ring. Belly ring.
Belly ring.
Let me take a break here, Rob, and we'll continue right after.
Well, I just wanted to tell you that Jim will be very impressed with the level of importance he has attained. A 12-year-old boy
has been cured of cancer after seeing Jim's new movie.
No, he's dead now, and they say that he might have been imitating something he saw in The Mask. His family says that he was playing with a rope most of the evening, and at one point he showed his father a noose he had made, and then he said to his father, you know what I think I'll do? I think I'll try to recreate that hanging scene from the movie The Mask, starring Jim Carrey, but the father thought he was joking. The guy's been a big Jim Carrey fan ever since he saw Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, and I guess he did go in and try to recreate that scene, and he hanged himself.
Jackie Miller,
12-year-old boy.
Yeah.
So anyway, now you have it. Some kid saw The Mask and decided he'd just have to try what Jim Carrey did.
I don't know if I'd blame the movie for some kid saying, I want to go hang myself. You know. Let me take a break here, Robin, and we'll be back right after these words. Robin, what else is in the news?
Well, I thought you might like to hear. This is good news for you, I suppose.
Thank you, Robin. I'm now the governor of New York?
No.
Oh.
50 American women will be trying out an experimental breast implant. You know, the silicone breast implant ran into a lot of trouble. They don't know exactly what it does to women.
Right.
Lots of women have been complaining about it.
Babies.
So, they've come up with a new breast implant, one filled with natural fat from soybean oil.
Oh, that can't be bad for women. That's good for you, soybean oil.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Now, that'll help.
The FDA has approved a limited study in 5 cities.
And what is it wrapped in? Sausage skin?
It's supposed to be safer than the silicone and the saline implants. And mammograms can see right through them.
See?
So your cancer can't hide behind your implant anymore.
Cool. Cancer can't hide from intensified naugahyde. All you health nuts, line up. Time to get your big breasts.
It's safer because it's natural fat in the body, and if the implant leaks, all you do is digest the fat.
I'm bringing my wife in for those.
Just as if she'd eaten it.
I want her to have a triple F. I want to roll her around in a wheelbarrow.
You want her to have to be wheeled around.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want tons of soybean oil in her chest.
So anyway, I thought this would be good news for you.
Robin, why can't they just... I was thinking about this. Why can't they just take the breasts off of dead women and sew them onto the breasts of alive women?
That wouldn't be pretty, would it?
On a life of its own.
Yeah.
Once you get the blood flowing
I think
through
you better stick with these implants. You're
Really?
better off, yeah.
That'd be cool. I love big breasts. I was over at Scores for Fred's bachelor party on Friday. Lots of big breasts.
Lots of silicone, do you think?
Some of the girls do, and some of them don't.
Do you inquire? Is
Yes,
that silicone
that's
or
one
is
of the
that
things.
saline?
I like to talk while the girls are taking their clothes off, so I always say, "Oh, what do you got there? Silicone, or saline, or hog oil, or whatever the hell it is, soybean oil, whatever it is. What do you got in there?
You got fat in there?
What are you packing in there? So what do they say? You can also put fat in there?
That's what soybean oil would be fat. It's natural fat.
Cool. And you know the thing that they case the oil in? Is that bad for your body?
I guess that would have to be some kind of a plastique, wouldn't it?
Yeah, plastique can't be bad for you. Can it? I don't think so.
I don't know.
And even if soybean oil is like real old, like 10 years old, would it be bad if it got into your body?
rancid. You wouldn't eat it, would you? If you had soybean oil stuck in your refrigerator for 10 years.
Let's be fair. I'm not a big soybean oil man myself.
But any kind of oil.
Right.
If you had it in your refrigerator for a year, you'd throw it away. You wouldn't eat it.
I mean, don't ruin it for everyone. My wife's just about to go in for it.
She was almost there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think I'm going to talk to my wife about some of that soybean oil.
Well, go ahead. Have a good time.
See what she thinks.
Walmart stores. Now, tell me why they're...
Let me ask you something. What could be safer than water? Than saline?
I don't know why the saline is bad.
So how is...
All I know is that I heard that the sac that even the saline implant is in is silicone.
See.
So if you don't change that, aren't you still putting silicone into the body?
I think you got to just put dead woman's breasts and sew them on top of your natural breasts.
You're going back to that one.
Yeah, just sew them on top, on top.
Oh, I know what you're saying. Slip it under.
Right. No, not under. Just sew them right over the...
No, why wouldn't you slip it under?
Yeah.
Just like stitches will go away. Look at Fred's chin.
Yeah. Right.
There you go.
Looks great.
Could have had her breast put on there.
I love the breast implants. I love the skinny girls. At Scores, they had 25 skinny girls with big...
All of them had big breasts?
Big chests. And it was beautiful. And I don't care if they're fake or real. Who cares?
That isn't in you.
Right. I'm not going to die. It's not in me.
But don't you think you've never felt?
I think I might have on Friday, Fred's bachelor party. Some women were pushing up against me pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
But, I mean, to really feel.
No, I've never really. I only been with my wives.
I know that Gary has had that pleasure.
Been with girls with breast
implants. I have never asked him if he preferred real to fake.
He prefers real. He told me that already 100 times. Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Because I didn't know. I didn't know whether it made a difference or not.
Papa Pohai.
What is a Papa Pohai?
I thought Rob wanted to know what it was like.
You know what it's like. It's like squeezing a rubber ball.
Pretty much.
It's not like a real girl.
No, I
was that the one that puked all over you?
No. I would prefer reality. You know, I would prefer the real thing over those.
Right. Can't believe you actually have had a choice in your life. You could prefer one or the other.
I was actually simultaneously dating someone who had breast implants and breast reduction.
Really? Wow, good for you.
Now, when you say that, at some point after your wife has finished her childbearing years, how many children do you plan to have, by the way?
Oh,
hopefully one.
I don't know.
Can't they make soybean teeth for Gary? If they can make a soybean implant, why can't they just make a...
Gary has more than enough teeth. He even needs teeth reduction.
Yeah, but soybean might be better than what he's got in there.
I need my jaw cut.
But would you, if your wife sort of lost something in the translation, would you encourage her to get implants?
No, we joke around about it a lot, but we both agree that it's a very strange thing to put some foreign substance in your body.
I don't agree with that. I think Gary's wife would look dynamite with some breast implants.
Look, she's a very beautiful woman.
She's very tall, and with big breasts, she would really fill out nicely.
Gary would come right up to her breast.
Right. Gary's like 5 inches shorter than his wife when she wears heels.
Yeah,
it's funny at your wedding.
About 5.
You really did look tiny next to her on the wedding.
I did lean over to somebody and I say, I wonder if the wedding cake is going to have a little groom and a big bride.
I know. I was sitting next to you and Jackie and Fred, and we were all turning around like slapping each other 5 and laughing.
Yeah, we had a good time at Gary's wedding.
Yeah, the joke's on you because I got her.
Oh, I'm jealous. Oh, what's the matter, man? What are you saying? Your wife's better than mine?
No, you're saying you're laughing at me for marrying this tall woman, but inevitably she's my wife. I'm not making any comparisons.
It just looks funny when you're with her.
It feels great when I'm with her.
It's pretty funny standing up there, you know.
You can carry a box around.
Yeah.
Well, I told you. I mean, I think I mentioned this on the air before. The photographer turned around to me and asked me if I wanted to stand on the box.
Oh, really?
And I said, no. Why am I going to stand on a box?
You're proud that you got that tall woman.
Well, it just looks, then you picture...
So you and your wife had this discussion. You said you think it's strange to put foreign substances in the body?
Yeah.
But meanwhile, look at all the plastic teeth you have in your head. Why isn't that not strange?
Because it's different when you put
They're so far out of his body, they're outside of his mouth.
It's true. His teeth actually stick out of his mouth. You got a good point there.
Laminates and caps do not cause cancer.
How do you know?
Do you have any?
What, caps?
Yeah.
No.
Laminates?
I have laminates, yes.
Right.
And mine are inside my mouth. Yours aren't. His teeth are hardly ever in his
That's
mouth.
what I'm saying. There's nothing foreign in his body.
Yeah, but what about when he takes his giant tongue and starts licking his teeth to wet them down? Can't that spread the cancer onto his tongue?
Maybe.
Oh, is that what he's licking him to wet him down?
Yeah.
He's trying to pull him back in.
No.
Trying to catch him.
Gary licks his teeth are so far out of his mouth they dry up.
It's like I'm trying to lasso him.
Oh, that's Gary Puppet.
Yeah.
Well, you got big teeth too, Gary Puppet.
Boy, mine are big, but his are humongous.
So what do? You use your tongue to lick them and wet them down, right?
Yeah.
Well, Gary, seriously, you wet your teeth down because your upper lip gets caught on them, right?
No, it gets dry in there.
Right.
They get hung up.
No, seriously, what happens with Gary, and I'm not making a joke, he's got very protruding teeth.
Yes.
He's got protruding teeth, and they're very big. And he rubs his tongue if you watch him on camera.
He has to keep them wet.
Sometimes I don't do it at all. Sometimes I have to do it. If you mention it, then I have to do it about every 5 seconds.
And then he wets them down like this.
Like this. I'll take care of it.
Yeah, every minute.
It's like wiping a windshield.
Yeah, every once in a while I see him talking. He goes,
yeah, if you're not...
And he gets like a fog out. You think this.
It's hard
if you
work.
don't talk about them, my tongue's on intermittent. It's just when...
No, it's not. And then he wets them down so his upper lip won't get caught on his caps.
That's right, because his lip will get stuck there.
Because he has big lips, and they get caught on the teeth.
I'm afraid my lip might rip.
What?
Jackie's staring at me. Just look at Jackie staring at me, just thinking of something stupid to say. It's annoying just watching him think.
He's thinking. That's what he's paid to do.
Jackie looks at me like a guy in love. He stares for a second, and you can see he's thinking of a million different things to say about me.
I'm just awestruck that for 8 years we have not milked that mouth dry.
Yeah. He never gets sick of talking about
I keep licking it. That's why it's not dry.
Gary Puppet, so what about you when you're with your wife? Does she get upset about your teeth? About you licking them all the time?
A little bit, but she's used to it by now. But I never let her get breast implants because I'm afraid she'd get pantomime poisoning.
Pantomime poisoning?
Yeah.
I don't understand. What is that?
I don't know. Sounded good at the time.
There's no wrong thing to say with that.
Gary Puppet just caught a big ball in his face.
Felt good, though.
Anyway, what was I talking to you about?
We were talking about implants.
Oh, implants. No, I just think it's funny that you won't let your wife get implants yet.
No, first of all, it's not I won't let my wife. She can do whatever she wants, but she's not.
If my wife said to me tomorrow, I want implants.
You'd be right there with a whole thing.
I absolutely would. Because even if she got cancer...
I don't believe him either.
I swear I would. If she got cancer, it wouldn't be for like 25 years.
Wait a second. I've had this conversation with you off the air, and you pretty much said the same thing, that you think it's weird to stick a foreign thing in your body, especially if you don't know how it's what's
For me,
happen.
it is. But my wife doesn't obsess on stuff like that. She wouldn't get sick.
And you wouldn't be like a little bummed out? Yeah, I mean, of course it would look great, but wouldn't you think that something weird could happen to her?
No. What's going to happen to her? You know how many strippers we know that have breast implants? Nothing ever happens to them. The only one who bitches and moans is that Jenny Jones yenta.
Jenny Jones.
Sitting there, my breast implants, every time I get them done, they're hard as rocks.
For somebody who complains she had it done 50 times.
Yeah, right.
You know what? One of the girls that was in our New Year's Eve show,
yeah,
she's been writing me letters. She wanted us to help her do like a telethon or something because she needed to have hers removed.
Yeah, she probably did an operation for $200. My wife's going to go to a good doctor for at least $300.
You don't talk to your wife about this. This is not an issue.
No. If my wife says to me, do you think I need breast implants? I go, your breasts are beautiful. You don't need any of that.
Oh, she says this to you?
Yeah, like she'll say, do you ever think I need implants? I go, because you say that on the radio, she says. I said, I'm lying on the radio. You're the most beautiful chest I ever saw.
I'm confused.
I lie.
Well, how are you going to get her to get implants?
No, it's got to come from her. I could never get her to get implants. She's too smart. She would never go for that. I'd have to hypnotize her, right? I'm thinking of taking her to a hypnotist.
What do you do when she wakes up with big breasts?
How'd this happen? No, I really don't understand a thing you just said.
My wife went out and got the miracle bra.
Did she really?
The Wonder Bra.
Wonder Bra.
How'd it work?
I don't know. Then my mother was saying, how could you get the Wonder Bra? It's bad for you.
That's bad for you, too?
Yeah. I go, how's that bad? She goes, it has underwire. You're not supposed to use underwire. What is wrong with underwire? I didn't even know what they were talking about.
Everybody uses underwire.
She says it's no good.
Your mother has a thing about everything.
Yeah. Well, my mother has no problem in that area. The breast. She's huge.
She doesn't use underwire?
Wow. She must use a crane to hold those things up. I think she's past the underwire. My mother's really big. Very full. Oof. Oof, I have no idea what they look like now. I mean, they must be ungodly down to the floor, but they were D's in her day.
I'm still fixated. Your wife is getting a complex about her breasts because of what you say on the radio.
No complex. No, you said complex. I said, my wife will say to me every once in a while, you're always saying on the radio you want me to get breast implants. Is that true? I go, no, you can be gorgeous breasts. I'm not going to turn to my wife and tell her to get breast implants. She'll kill me.
But why is she even asking the question?
He wants her
she
to
hears
beg.
me saying it on the radio.
He wants her to beg, say, please, Howard, I have to get them.
If you heard your husband say on the radio all the time, hey, I support my wife in getting breast implants, you would say, well, why do you want me to get breast implants, wouldn't you?
No.
Oh, that's you. You have some ability to have a conversation.
Why would I say that?
I don't know.
Anyway, let me go.
My wife wouldn't get breast implants because she's always worried about her health.
Oh, that's a silly, frivolous thing to worry about.
She's nervous she's going to get cancer. You're not going to get cancer. By the time you get cancer from those things, you're going to have a cure.
It'll be time for you to die anyway.
Right. You'll be 100 years old. She'd look hot with the big breast. A bathing suit. See that big cleavage? Ooga. I love that. Like Amy Lynn. Fine. Now she's extraordinary. Pontoons. And Amy's got pontoons on her chest.
Yeah, I believe she could float without ever doing anything in water.
She never took a swim lesson.
Do you remember when
what?
When her breast exploded?
Yeah. Well, that was a fluke. Amy's.
Oh, dear.
That's the kind of things that happen when you do that.
Yeah, but so Amy got another one and it's fine.
They shouldn't explode.
You shouldn't be putting something in your body that can explode.
Amy did the wrong thing. Her doctor told her to take it easy for 3 or 4 days. She gets her breast implants. She gets out the next day out of the hospital or wherever they do it.
Oh, and she was on a boat.
And she goes on a speedboat.
Yeah.
And, does everything...
Bouncing up and down.
Yeah, so her breast exploded.
And it was deflated.
You know what my favorite part of that story was? They were near the coast and everybody hit the ground. They thought there was a sniper.
It actually popped.
Throwing duck sauce at us.
Yeah. Yeah, but all the girls are getting miracle bras. That's like a big thing. I'm on top of that. Miracle bra. All it is a push-up bra.
Yeah, it's just a different name. They've been selling these things for years.
Yeah. You never have that problem.
No, I don't need to push up.
What you have is already a miracle.
You know what I was when we were at Scores?
Or is it a Wonder Bra? I keep forgetting.
It's called Miracle Bra. A Wonder Bra.
Yeah.
Maybe. Wonder Bra.
When we were at Scores the other day, I would ask some of the girls who I thought were rather, full-breasted and ask them what their size was. And then try to think of what your size was and just try to imagine. And you can't even imagine. Like
that was weird. The other day in the office, Gary goes,
that was funny.
Excuse me, Rob, may I ask a personal question? What was the question?
What are you now?
What are you now?
What cup size are you now? And I was like, God.
Trying to get a read on things.
Yeah, well, who cares? I mean, that's her business. What cup size are you now? A D, right? You're a D.
Oh, now you're asking me and you want me to...
No, as a matter of fact, I do know what you are. You are still a double D.
That's right.
Right.
How do you know that?
What's the number?
Because you told me that.
It's on the air. What's the number?
36. Same as it always.
36 double D.
Because I'll have to wait till I meet somebody at Scores and try to figure out what Rob...
Imagine what she was, though. She had breast reduction.
What were you? But wait a second.
I never bought a larger bra. I refused.
You just used to pour out of your bra.
That's right. So I wouldn't know exactly what I was. I probably needed something custom made, but I wouldn't.
Can you imagine what you took off is probably what some girls would die for, just to get that much.
Well, some girls are actually having it done to themselves.
Right.
Yes.
Does it go to triple D or does it go to E?
No, there's an E, I think,
an F.
but they not in the stores.
Right, you have to go to like a whaling shop. You get a triple F.
Yeah, I had a friend whose mother used to go to this place called the We Fit Corset Shop.
Right.
So she could get her bras custom made.
Wow. I need a woman like that because I have a big nose. It'll balance out my nose when I'm in bed with them. Anyway, go ahead.
Yes, let's go on to something else.
Yes.
The Walmart stores have decided to stop selling hamsters, gerbils, and birds.
Because of the gays?
I don't know. I was going to ask you, why do you think they did that? They say now they'll only sell fish.
What's that all about? Why?
As soon as the existing stock is gone. They say that they were getting a lot of complaints from the people for the ethical treatment of animals.
Really? But fish will still fit. So why would they stop? Is it? No, this is the same size as a gerbil.
guess nobody cares about the fish.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
You know, is that living, being a fish?
Excuse me, do you sell salmon? Live salmon?
Trout. I need a trout.
Do you have a trout?
I need something that'll go upstream against anything.
I need the trout to get the worm. We lost the worm up there last weekend.
Blowfish.
And do you have a blowfish?
I thought that was odd that they just decided to sell only fish. I wonder what the problem was.
Gays don't like to use fish because it smells like a woman.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Right.
I knew you'd know.
Gerbil. Imagine putting a gerbil there. I wouldn't even put a gerbil by my butt. You know, I wouldn't let even...
What would you put up there? You're not going to put anything up there.
Nothing. Temperature, that's it. Not even. Thermometer.
Really? I don't know. There was a big problem for Benjamin Chavez, the
gerbil.
No, the head of the NAACP, just as we were leaving last week. It became known that he tried to avoid a sexual harassment suit by paying off the woman who claimed that he had made some untoward advances. And when it came to light, he had never gotten this settlement approved by the board of the NAACP. So he was basically, it seemed that he was using NAACP funds to take care of a personal problem without the board knowing about it. So this weekend he held a press conference and denied that he had sexually harassed anybody. Said that the reason he made the deal initially was to spare the organization any embarrassment or to stop any of its good works, and he feels that he was totally within his rights and authority to make the deal without consulting anyone else. He now says that he will fight any sexual harassment allegations this woman might impose upon him. He allegedly is being sued for $250,000. This woman worked for him for about 6 weeks in Washington, D.C. I don't know the exact nature of her complaint.
Come on, baby.
This is the same man who recently held a big black conference of all black leaders and invited Louis Farrakhan. He drew a little heat for that. He's also been under fire because the NAACP is now running at a $3 million deficit under his control.
Yeah, and he figured he'd take a couple of bucks and pay off...
the money's going to settle suits.
Yeah.
I guess people could be a little upset. But anyway, he is...
National Association for the Advancement of Colored People.
Yeah.
When are they going to change that name?
They're hanging on to it. I mean, it's been quite some time since blacks have used that term, and they're still holding on. There was another abortion doctor killed on Friday as well.
I know. Do you believe that?
This young man...
These kooks are out there.
Who was enthused about the murder of another Pensacola, Florida abortion doctor. Took it upon himself to kill a man who was flying in once or twice a month so that this another clinic in Pensacola, Florida...
Same clinic?
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't?
No.
I heard this was the guy who took over for that other guy.
No, this is a different clinic, different guy. I thought that at one time, too, but it's a different clinic. But Paul Hill, the man who was caught by the authorities shortly after shooting the doctor and his bodyguard and injuring the wife as well, because the wife of the bodyguard also worked as a volunteer protector for people who wanted to go in and work at this abortion clinic.
The doctor was
killed, the bodyguard was killed, and the wife was wounded.
The doctor was a guy who wasn't even into abortion. He was like, he used to keep women there and say, listen, you take a week to think about this before you want to go ahead with this abortion, but, you know, of course I'll perform it if that's what you want to do. So
but he didn't want to leave this clinic without a doctor to perform the operation either, so he took it upon himself to just go ahead and go there.
And these imbeciles who are so into, you know, making sure people don't get abortions, they're like whack jobs. First of all, most of them are in it just to meet other whack jobs. It's like a cool organization.
Yeah, they meet people like themselves.
Yeah, like imbeciles with nothing on their minds, except making sure there are more babies in this country. That's just what we need. Thank God for abortion. I only wish we could get more people to get it. I don't know, man. They got to do something with these nut jobs.
Dr. John Britton, he felt it was a personal decision of a woman and that she should have that right and that option.
Yeah.
And now he's dead.
Yeah, good luck.
He wore a bulletproof vest and was escorted to and from the building, and it still didn't protect him.
He had a bodyguard, a bulletproof vest, and they still killed him because they shot him in the head.
In the head, right. So he's gone now. And we're left with Paul Hill, a 40-year-old man who somehow in his mind he thinks that he was murdering the doctor in defense of children.
Yeah. Let's murder him quickly.
His rationale is that you should use the same methods to protect children as we would any other people who were under attack.
They should make a law that doctors have to wear helmets. I've been thinking about that, like the motorcycle law.
Full body gear, like
full
armor.
body, yeah. Anything else, Robin?
Yes, there's a $50 million jackpot in the Powerball lottery. It's one of those joint state lotteries.
I have a Powerball.
Nebraska just joined, and they produced a winner. They have one winning ticket for the $50 million jackpot.
I have 2 Powerballs.
So somebody just became a millionaire.
That's me.
And over the weekend, we found out that O.J.'s trial date has been set, September 19th. They say there's a mystery witness who saw 2 white men leaving the area after they heard a woman scream.
Yeah, there's 2 white guys did it.
So they're now going to further pursue and interview that guy, try to follow up on those leads. We also found out some of the grand jury testimony. You know, there was a grand jury just before that preliminary hearing was held for O.J. to bind him over for trial. They are releasing some of the testimony, and it shows that O.J. was stalking Nicole according to testimony.
Yeah, he couldn't have possibly been the murderer. Yeah.
Actually stood in her, got in her window and watched her having sex with other guys and all kinds of things.
Peekaboo, honey. That's O.J. Peekaboo, O.J. Yeah.
Would confront her the next day and said, I saw what you did last night. I saw everything. Heidi Fleiss and her father will be arraigned in court today. They are charged with trying to evade taxes. Heidi's boyfriend says that he thinks Heidi is suicidal and anorexic.
Hey, so is everyone on our show.
And finally this
And let me just say one thing.
What?
Why is it the Mayflower Madam never did a day in jail? Why are they going after Heidi Fleiss? How come that Mayflower Madam runs around to parties and does TV shows? I'm so sick of criminals getting away with stuff. Mayflower Madam. I saw Larry King interviewing that kid with the caning. I turned it right off. Michael Fay. I said, that kid's a vandal. I'm not going to watch him. I love these guys. They have vandals on TV. I'm going to go watch him. Sick of it. They're talking to Larry King like he's some kind of hero with, survivor. Jesus.
Do you want to get out or not?
I do. Let's go.
It was the 25th anniversary of the Church of Scientology.
You don't think what I was saying was important?
Yes, I think it's very important, but you did have a deadline set.
Let's get out of here.
Get out of here.
Come on
you don't
already.
want to go until 11 o'clock. I'm trying to make that possible.
All right, go ahead.
The 25th anniversary celebration of the Church of Scientology, Howard.
Yeah.
Among those strolling around the grounds, Priscilla Presley, John Travolta, Kelly Preston, Ann Archer. Members performing, Isaac Hayes and Maxine Nightingale.
What is that? A thing for Scientology?
It was the 25th anniversary of the beginning of Scientology, the Church of Scientology. So everybody was there, having a good time.
Pray to a piece of litmus paper. Scientology.
Tomato stock.
Yeah.
And I'm just telling you some of the revelers. It was Priscilla and John Travolta and his wife Kelly Preston, Ann Archer, the woman who appears in the movie Patriot Games.
I know her.
And Fatal Attraction.
And Isaac Hayes.
And the church spokeswoman said she could not confirm or deny whether Lisa Marie Presley and Michael Jackson are married. She leaves that up to individual members to make those kind of announcements.
Why don't they just issue a press release and say, here's a list of stupid people?
Well, that's basically what they
Yeah, right.
Celebrities in trouble.
Yeah, here's celebrities who need help from Scientologists.
People to watch.
Yeah. Great.
Maybe Michael Jackson will talk to us.
Thank you, Robin.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I am trying to help you.
No, you're right.
Routine.
You're right. We have to get out of here. We're already over. You're absolutely right. You just did it so harshly that I was hurt.
Oh, I did not.
I thought that what I was saying would have been so profound that you would have felt...
Oh, you're so sensitive.
Actually, I wasn't all that. I ran out of steam a long time ago. All right, come on, let's do the plugs. Jackie, where's yours? Hey, Jackie, good for you. To order Jackie's CD, The Joke Man, only $10 plus free shipping and handling. I got to admit, I am drained from the heat in here.
Well, that's why I wanted to end the show.
Price includes 20... You were right.
I'm the only one thinking about you.
Price includes 20-page Jokeland catalog. Call 1-800-323-5464 for a funny CD. This Friday, August 5th, 2 shows at the Annapolis Comedy Club. Hurry up because it's almost sold out. Annapolis, Maryland. For information and great dirty jokes, call 516-922-WINE. Fred Norris Band Saturday, Roost 3, North Bergen, New Jersey. Don't miss Stuttering John's Band playing at the Roxy in Huntington, Long Island this Saturday night, August 6th. Don't miss Stuttering John's Band on the Conan O'Brien Show next Wednesday night, August 10th.
Wow.
See Mike Ganji at the Jose Cuervo Beach Volleyball Series on Long Beach Saturday, August 6th from 11 to 2 p.m. And if you're planning a wedding or summer party and you need a great DJ, call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment in the New York Tri-State area. Call 718-BAG-5040. And now, Robin, I'm off to scores for Fred's 3rd bachelor party.
No more bachelor parties. I think you did enough.
I'm trying to figure out how every Friday we can have a bachelor party.
He hasn't had one.
That's true.
Yeah, you never
Billy
threw
can
Jackie a
have a do-over.
bachelor party.
All right, it'll be Jackie's bachelor party. Yeah, right.
You don't get bored?
No, somehow you don't. All right, we'll see you next time.